I'm still getting used to these mics, dude. Like sometimes I've noticed, bro, like I've went to fucking like record or something, bro, and I'm talking into the back of the microphone. Like, bro, what am I doing?
Honestly, when your TV was on just now, I could hear your TV louder than I could hear you.
Right now?
Well, I mean, you just have a quiet voice, bro. Like you just speak. You're soft spoken.
I try to be.
Because I've seen you loud. Yeah,
Tripping out.
yeah. I know that's why, bro. I always tend to watch like some type of dance show, like dance when I sit down on my computer. And just tonight it was fucking
Andrew
Andrew
Batterina.
Batterina. That's my guy, bro. Have you? Okay, I know you probably met him, but I've
Hmm.
always wanted to meet him.
Bro, you know
The
what's
And
topic.
crazy? Oh no, no, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, finish.
that his video, his choreography that he did to "Sex" by Chris Brown is that's one of my favorite dance videos of all time.
That was probably like one of the first 5 to 6 videos I ever learned off of YouTube ever.
For
It
real?
might have been the first one.
Me just having sex, but that's my shit. Yeah, yeah. He
Oh,
killed
dude,
that shit.
that shit goes nuts, bro. Crazy enough, like he's really cool homies with Byron, man, and
For real?
he's really cool homies with Byron. Byron had brought him in for some choreography with Eminon,
Mm.
and I was coaching Undeclared at the time,
I saw the pictures. I think
bro.
Felicia or Bam showed me the pictures.
Bro, so I'm cleaning my crump piece for Undeclared. Mind you, these are middle schoolers, dog. I'm cleaning my crump piece. And Andrew Batterina walks in the fucking gym. I was like, oh no, oh no, no, no. I was like, I gotta get these kids right. And bro, he came and he was watching. I was like, hey, I was like, you wanna see him go full out? He's like, yeah, man. And dude, they went full out. And I was like looking at him. He's like, dude, this is so dope. He's like, good job, man. I was like, oh,
Somebody that's a mutual friend of ours. I don't remember who it is, but I know I saw the fucking picture on Facebook. Just took Post's class.
probably Bam. Either Bam or his brother Kyle.
I don't think it was. It wasn't Bam, but I think it was Kyle. Poos is like God to me. I've heard he's a dickhead. I've heard he's really nice, but Poos is he's a fucking. As far as dance goes, that man is a god to me.
I don't want to judge what he I don't want to judge the man, but it's not good. It's not a good look when you make a post saying, "Oh, I finished this choreo on the way to class." Like,
I get you. I get you. Like, come
you know,
prepared.
yeah, and I know like and there's more context to the post. So I don't want people to get the wrong idea, but it's
Oh, I'm
like
posting this, bro, and tagging him.
tag him.
Poos, you're a god to me.
Dude, like bro, he was that fucking guy at one point. Oh my god. Oh my god, he was that guy.
Welcome
Zero,
back,
what's
Zero.
up? What's
True.
up, baby?
Yes, I agree. I don't know what's going on.
Well, you like art, right?
I love art. Okay. Yep.
I mean, you gotta watch some of these dance pieces, bro. Like, some, I've been watching a lot lately of where they take like 3 dancers or 6 dancers and then all give them the same song, and then they all come up with different pieces, and it's so
Mm.
fucking dope. It's so dope to watch like different people's brains work and like what's creative to them, what's dope to them. It's dope that somebody else is doing this, and I don't know. I don't know.
The
So
interpretation, different interpretations of what this music
yeah,
is doing to
of what
them.
the
Yeah.
music is doing to them, and then somebody else is like, "Oh shit, I didn't even think of that when I was making my piece."
Bro, I'd be like that in the session. Like, you know what I mean? Like I see somebody doing something like, yo, that's buck. Like, like, let me
That's
get some of
Buck.
that. Let me get some of what you want right now, baby. Let's go. Like
All right, so now that we're all here, welcome,
Okay.
gentlemen.
Cat
The
asked what's
usual
the
usual.
topic
Tuesday.
because yeah. I was gonna say
What's the
I don't
topic?
know
You're not
Cat.
even gonna know what the topic is. I'm
I
gonna
don't know
just
Cat.
slide. I'm gonna slide it in, baby.
Yeah.
Get you nice and lubricated.
Whoa. Okay.
Show me your dick.
We are live on camera. Okay, this is not OnlyFans. Who's streaming to OnlyFans right now?
Hey, me, bro. What?
Do they
What are you
allow
saying?
nudity on Twitch?
Fuck
No,
no.
no, 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 no.
Oh.
You'll get
Fuck.
perma ban.
But you want to know? But you want to know what the loop around is? Wear a fucking bikini and sit in the hot tub, and you can fucking do whatever the fuck you want. Apparently,
That's what I do, bro. I go
Fair
by
enough.
Amaranth over there. Okay, that's my name over on
Amaranth.
Twitch.
what is
Yeah.
it? Eminrath.
Yeah.
All right. So lately I've been. So here's the back story on kind of my topic of the night. So lately at work, things have been going great for me, bro. and there's a
True.
there's a colleague of mine that he surpassed something that nobody's ever surpassed for a new hire today, which is absolutely amazing, and I could not be any more happy for him. Even though that was something that I wanted to accomplish, like I could not be any more happy for this man because he's like my dog for real. We talk about a lot of shit, and just knowing who somebody is and then seeing them accomplish something that they wanted to accomplish as well as you can't be mad about that. So I know we've always talked about how success means something different to everybody, but we've never really touched on the subject of why we want to be successful in the sense of what we want to be successful at. So my question, or a question that was brought up to me yesterday, is like, why do we want to be successful? Is it something that, like when we're kids, people always ask you like, oh, what did you want to be when you were a kid? And you're like, oh, I wanted to be an astronaut, or I wanted to be a fireman, or I wanted to be a police officer. And then you wind up doing something fucking being an IT engineer or something. You know what I mean? So it's like at some point that scale kind of tips over and you move into a different direction. So what the question was, why do we want to be successful? Is it because it's something that we wholeheartedly want, or is it just that we don't want to disappoint? Whether it's disappointing ourselves, disappointing our family, disappointing our spouses. So, because what drives you to do that? What drives you to want to be successful in whatever it is that you want to be successful at?
I think Corp should go first.
He was pondering.
I took a real deep breath on that one.
I told you I was coming deep, dog. I was well lubricated.
Well, let me strike while the iron's hot. I think that success looks different for everyone, right? And there's no such thing as a perfect life. I think a lot of that stuff we can agree to, right? What I won't agree to is that my success, and I'm not saying any of you agree to this, but what I won't agree with to certain people is that my success should be tethered to any person or any one thing, right?
Okay, I'm gonna come back to that. Put a pin in that right there because I'm gonna come back to what you just said.
So I don't chase success to like please my wife, or I don't do this to like please my parents. If anything, in most of my life, I did everything in the opposite directions, right? But have still managed to find a way to stumble into a life where my mom's like, I'm proud of you, son. You know what I mean? Like, I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. You've done a good job. So that's success to me. To me, like on certain, like, why do I want success? On a certain level, it is to make my family proud, right? To say that I'm a part of this lineage of people who have survived and has spread their gene, right? And to me, my chase for success is not, it just makes me happy, right? That is my success. Like dancing, I don't need to reach any like certain goal. My thing was always to find just happiness in the session. And if I get better at it while I'm doing it, that's fucking great. Like, you know what I mean? But I never thought that I'd get to the positions that I've gotten to in dance when I first started doing it at like 15 years old. You know what I mean? Just this little fucking freshman, you know what I mean? Trying to dance with the seniors in the fucking locker room. Now, I mean, Cisco, you could probably, I mean, I know you definitely can like, I know you can definitely feel it when it's like now we have people to live for. So our success is attached to somebody, but it's more in the sense of like, when I'm gone, I need to make sure you're good. So I got to do everything I got to do right now. So
okay. Like that, but that's where my question is kind of basing off of, right? Like you want to make sure that you're successful so you're not disappointing. Like if you went through your whole life and you couldn't leave Elijah's shit, right? Or like even you, Zero, like when you have a kid and you wait your whole life and you couldn't leave your kid's shit, like that's kind of your drive right there, right? It's like the fear of disappointment.
No, I'm not even saying in the sense of being able to leave them anything.
Well, I'm not talking about just money. I'm not just talking about money or a house. I'm talking about like psychological shit too, right? Like lessons.
So with that, yeah. So with that, I think my times I've felt most successful is when like I was coaching, right? And the kids would come off stage and they're crying, they're so amped and all the shit. And sometimes they win and blah, 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 blah. And the camaraderie, like, and having them come up to me like, hey, Coach Putch, like, love you, man. Like, fuck yeah. Like, I did my job, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I did what I came here to do. And I think that it's a weird, now that I think about it more, yeah, there is a weird tether there where it's like you want to make sure that you make these people happy because of the service of your job. I don't think that applies with everybody though, because not everybody, what their service to the world isn't always going to garner that reaction.
Well, success is selfish, right? In a sense.
Yeah,
What
because
you
you
think,
could
Zero?
be the
Oh, my bad.
dude, you could be the dude who is a part of the lethal injection process. And so that's a thankless job. No one's waking up and saying, thank you so much for what you do for society. No one, police
But
officers.
but that reverts back
That's
to
what
what
it's
we're
saying.
saying. Like, are we talking about success in a work, like in a work environment? You know what I mean? Like that dude could probably fucking hate his job.
Oh, now I was going to say this. Now, my success as a father, and I'll take this straight from fucking Black Panther, is if I don't prepare my son for my death, then I've failed him as a father. If he is not fully prepared, if he's not fully prepared for a life without me by the time I die, then I've failed him as a father. He needs to know everything I know. He needs to know everything I know and watch me maneuver through life and navigate life
But
enough to. Go
sorry,
ahead.
go finish it.
No, just
Say
like
what
I'm
the
saying,
fuck you gonna say, dog? I
like
want to
just
hear
like
what Davey has to say.
The only reason I was just gonna interject real quick because I'm like kind of like you prepare as much as you can, but bro, like the old proverb or whatever from the Bible says.
The province.
This isn't from the Bible. This is just everybody says this shit. Like we don't know how long we got, right? Like tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
is gone.
Promised. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and so like I don't know, maybe that's just devil's advocate because I feel like you shouldn't like put so much weight on that. Like, yeah, you're not. Ideally, you're like you want your kid to be good when I'm gone. I want him to like be sure that he's gonna be fine or she's gonna be fine. Um, but at the end of the day, at the same time, there's some sort of like self responsibility to be like I need to be okay without my father
Mm-hmm.
on kind of your kid's side as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, but that's what you. I mean, that's what you kind
This
of
is what you hope,
teach.
but I mean, like the teaching of it, I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm playing a little bit too much of devil's advocate.
No, I
Maybe because
get
I
it.
understand. Like the sentiment is good. I agree with it. I
Mm-hmm.
agree with it wholeheartedly. But you can't
Well,
put too
you,
much
you
pressure on yourself either.
Yeah, but you're not sitting there telling your son like, "Hey, I might die tomorrow." You know, like I'm on my way to
Yeah.
work. I'm gonna die in the car. Like that's not.
Yeah.
I understand where Corpse is coming from because I do the same stuff. You know, like and it kind of goes. I think it's kind of a cultural thing too. Sometimes, um, like the machismo aspect when it comes to Mexican men, and just like just making sure that they kind of know their duties at a young age.
Yeah. Sure.
You
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about, right? Like you gotta take care of the house. You gotta
Yeah.
be the
You're the man of
man.
family. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that comes at a young age, but that also is like setting up. Like, go ahead. I want you. I want to hear what you have to say first, and then we can carry on from there.
So just to reiterate the question is basically like, why do we succeed? Right? What's the drive?
Yeah, is your drive to succeed based off of because you actually want to do what you're gonna do, or is it because you fear the disappointment of not accomplishing something that you're saying that you're gonna set off to do? Not necessarily like the fear of everybody around you, just fear in general. The fear of disappointment, like disappointment in yourself, disappointing your family, or your kids, whatever the case may be, your spouse, like what you know what I mean. And like we said, and I'm not just talking about like your job success. You know what I mean. I'm talking about you say I'm gonna start a YouTube channel and I want to get my goal is to get 50,000 subscribers by the year 2025.
Oh
Like,
Jesus.
and
Okay.
you
Yeah.
feel successful when you accomplish that. You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, I'm not only talking about work related shit.
Yeah.
That was how I prefaced it, but I'm not just talking. I'm just talking about success in general because success is different for everybody.
So I think I have a couple of answers, and I guess like a couple of things popped into my head when you were as you were talking. I think like one answer is like the way that I actually feel and act in the world, like how everything kind of plays out. The second answer is how I know thing or not know, but how I think things should be. And then I forgot what the other one was already. It'll come back to me. But so just off of those two, like the way that I feel like I act like in real life is
No, in fake life.
no, in fake life. In The Sims, actually. Um, the way that I act, I feel like in real life is more that I aim to please people, and that's kind of my default. It's weirdly like I want to make sure people are okay. I want to make sure people are happy. I want to make sure people are happy with me. That I'm serving some sort of purpose in their life. I'm bringing them some sort of positive interaction or something. Um, and in that, I think there's a lot of like trying to. I try to see exactly like if I'm doing the right thing in other people, if that makes sense, and trying to make sure like, okay, my mom, like, is she happy with what I'm doing? Is it benefiting her in any way? Is it just making her proud? And how proud is she right now? And how much more proud would she be if I did this? It's not something that I'm constantly thinking of, but it's just something that like um I'll think about sometimes. Probably more often than I should. And then what I think should be, it should be a lot more self-reliant on like, does this make me happy? And I'm trying to learn that and like slowly pivot to more of like, does it serve me? Am I like, because I'm important too. I think for sustainability, for longevity, I should be happy with what I'm doing. I should feel meaningful with what I'm doing and all that kind of stuff. That's kind
I
of
mean, I agree with that statement 100%. Like, I think that a lot of times we bring our mothers into the situation as men, right? Well, I mean, as women too, but majority men bring their mothers into it because we understand like that nurture standpoint. Our mother was the one who birthed us, took care of us, made sure that we, were healthy enough to continue on in life, like mothers do of all species. So I think, like you bringing up your mom, Corbs brought up his mom earlier too. Like I'm the same way. And even though my mom and I didn't have a good relationship with each other, I always kept telling, like, I don't have a high school diploma.
okay.
And I always kept telling my mom, I'm gonna get you a high school diploma, mom, I'm gonna get you a high school diploma. And like I just never went back to get my diploma. But I saw that the opportunity for me to make a lot of money came up instead of me going back to school, and I thought that would make her happier than me going to get her the diploma. And now I'm 30 plus years old, and my mom's like, "Yo, where's that diploma that you promised me?" You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
So it's like that fear of like it was like the fear of disappointment, but for the wrong reasons. Like I thought I was going to disappoint her because I wasn't going to be successful, and then when I thought that I was being successful, I still disappointed at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just like if you really sit back and think about it, it's just I think there's so much that goes along with it, especially with what you're saying, Zero, because you think to yourself like, am I making my mom proud? Am I doing the things that I want to do? But at the same time, it goes back to what Corpse was saying in the sense of your parents are ultimately teaching you success, and you with the conscious thought of, well, I gotta understand that I gotta make myself happy too. Like I can't just make my parents happy. Like that, in a sense, is your parents becoming successful in teaching you what, or like raising you to think the way that you're supposed to think. Does that make sense? What I'm trying to say? Like I hope that when my son is your age, he has that conscious decision and like, well, I want to make my parents happy, but I also want to be happy myself too.
Oh, okay. Yes. I see what you're saying.
Bro, I had to write down the
agree with that.
timestamp on that so I can screen record that.
Oh,
later.
That's so smart. Actually, I need
Oh my God.
I need to do that because I want to make
You want
clips
to know what's
too.
really funny too, though? Like, I think the lowest moment I personally felt in my life, like for the first time, like your guy is at rock bottom in his life. I remember, dude, me and my dad had this exchange. Long story short, I had just got out of jail. Like, you know what I mean? And then I pull up in the driveway and my dad is there to meet me, bro. Like, oh no. Like, oh no.
Fucking hell.
And then next thing, he said some stuff, you know what I mean? Obviously. But he said shame. He said, I brought shame to the family. And that one was like like fuck you. Like, you know what I mean? Like I made a mistake. You know what I mean? Sure. Like, but I've never brought shame to this family. Like, like, you know, like I thought in my head, like, you fools did worse shit. Like, y'all did worse shit. Like, don't even tell me. Like, don't tell me shit about this. Like, y'all did worse shit, fam. Like, worse shit. So to me, like, bringing honor to my family's name, bringing honor to myself looked much different than I realized at that moment, much different than what my dad's. And he must have forgot where he came from. You know what I mean? And what he did when he was my age.
Mm-mm. No, he didn't. He just
See,
remember. He just remembers what he did at your age, and he don't want you out there doing that shit.
I was about
playing
to say, I
stupid.
feel like it's like a disappointment.
Because
Like,
I
man, like,
guarantee
I
you,
want you to be
Peanut.
better.
Yeah, Peanut comes in. Like I know. Okay, I have a 5-year-old son. I know in 13 to 15 years he's gonna be doing some shit that I was doing because he's my son, and like genetically that's how he is. And so I just do better.
Genetically.
Do better.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, what happens when, like, do you think that there's any sort of, I'm gonna try not to do this to my kid, because I feel like this is a little bit like kind of fucked up to do to your kid, to be like, I never did it, so you should never do it. Because I feel like for me personally, I've been pretty, the word that comes up is boring. Maybe just less excited. I don't know. I just feel like I haven't had like I was never super rebellious. I remember like the 6 fights I had with my mom. I never went to jail, never
You
even got
remember
into.
how many fights you had with your mom?
No, it was like kind of like off the
Okay.
dome. But it was genuinely like you could probably count them with your 2 hands. Like that's genuinely how many times I've probably fought with my mom. Never really gotten into it with my dad. That's not true. Like a couple times maybe. But overall, I feel like I'm pretty like practical. I feel like yelling and shit doesn't do anything.
It
And
doesn't.
I feel like just like a lot of the shit that maybe I would have gone through, I just never went through. Like didn't do drugs, didn't drink alcohol until I was 21, genuinely. Didn't do drugs I think till I was 18. Like that's what I'm saying, bro. Boring.
No, I'm just playing.
Literally never went to didn't go to parties till I was 8. Bro, it's just like I didn't
But
do
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 you
all
ever
this
think
shit,
to
you know what I
yourself?
mean?
Do you ever think to yourself like, damn, what if I did do that one night?
Yeah, but
It
then
probably
I'm
would have
like,
been fun as fuck.
for
Not saying like drugs or anything, but I'm just saying like
you are
go
saying
do-
drugs, just
like
say.
go. Oh, I'm not.
Just kidding.
Okay.
Just kidding.
I don't want my kid to touch drugs. I know it's gonna happen at some point. I mean,
Yeah.
hopefully it doesn't. Look at you, you know. But I'm just saying, like, do you ever think to yourself, like, damn, what if I did go to that party that one time? What if I did hang out with my friends till past curfew? Like, would it have really been that bad?
No, but the thing is like I didn't do those things not because I was like, oh, I have to be a goody, like goody. It was more like, I just don't want to do them. Like that's just not. It's just not my vibe. Like it's just not me. I was never the drinker, and I still am not the drink. Like I'll go to bars. I can go to a bar and not drink a sip. I'll just be chilling. I'll be having water, Sprite. I'm just not the guy. And then what makes everything worse is now that whenever I do drink, I'll get like, it'll be nice for a little bit because I don't think, like, I stop thinking and I'll just be in the moment. It's so nice. But then the repercussions of drinking are way too fucked. And I just
Yeah.
don't like them.
What are the repercussions?
Dude,
Like being
I
hungover?
literally, no. So this was last year. This is probably like one of the last times I drank. I had 4 maybe drinks. Me and my girlfriend went to a party. I had like 4 drinks. I had food in my system, and not like 2 hours later, I'd thrown up 6 times. I was
Yeah,
like on the
damn.
verge of passing out. And the next morning I felt like absolute shit. Had to go to work. At the time I was working at Home Depot, so I had to like my job there was to like pick up bags of fucking cement, concrete, and like that was the day. And so I'm like, I'm done. This is not like, alcohol is just not the vibe for
Sounds
me.
like you need to start slower, buddy. Like
No,
that.
but with 4
horrible.
drinks. What do you mean?
Four drinks for some people is enough. Obviously.
for me, it was
You're
Bro,
drinking the
Key
wrong
West?
shit. Yeah.
it was
Key West, 3
bad.
drinks. It's either 3 drinks or I'm getting trashed. Because after 3, it's 7. You know what I mean? And there's just no in between.
Yeah.
No, but
It
I
was
think
bad.
I don't with having a kid thing. Like obviously you have no idea, right? Because you don't have a child, and I kind
don't,
of thought the
yeah.
same way too. But you have to like let your children go through their own life experiences, no matter what.
Mm.
Like no matter what, like, and that's the reason why parents. Bro, this little fruit fly is fucking driving me nuts. It's only one of them, but that's why parents tell their kids all the time, like, you're gonna bust your ass. I'm gonna let you bust your ass, so that's how you learn. You know what I mean? So I mean, and that concept goes very, very fucking far. Like, you want to fuck around and ditch school, go ahead, but watch what happens. Like, what? But there's a teeter, right? Because then you're like, well, fuck, I should really be on his ass about going to school. He shouldn't be ditching because
There's like a balance.
yeah, like it's hard to balance that out. But I want my kid to have all the fucking life experiences, all of them.
I was gonna shout out Cat. Cat is always coming in with the W's, but
Hey.
Cat was just saying, like, basically saying that he was just saying, like, use your knowledge for what you've gone through in your life to kind of pass down, but never say like directly like not to do something, because they kind of have to make up their own mind at the end of the day of like whether or not it's for them, whether or not they could do things responsibly, because they might just have a different outlook on some shit like drinking or whatever. Yeah,
Absolutely.
good
And that
shit,
goes
Cat. Good
back,
shit.
yeah, that goes back to like how you teach and what you teach. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, I'm gonna tell my kid like, don't do drugs, don't smoke, like shit like that. But it's just, yeah, life experiences are extremely important. They lead you into, like, I guarantee you, if you met the four of us or the three of us,
I was like, where's
even
the fourth?
well, I was gonna say even 4 years ago,
Oh,
even like, because I didn't want, I was gonna say 10 years ago, but I forgot you're a fucking baby.
I was 14.
Yo.
I forgot you were a baby. But if you, like, 4 years ago, because that's when you were 20, right? If you met us all in our 20s, I like, this conversation would be completely fucking different.
Way different.
Yeah,
Completely
100%.
fucking different.
100%.
And that's
Yeah,
that just shows you that, like, even your children growing, you continue to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Dude, and I think too about like kids, you gotta. Jordan Peterson said some shit where it was like you gotta let kids do dangerous stuff carefully. So under your supervision, let them go climb that tree, dude. Let them go. Let them go play soccer. Let them go play football. Let them go jump on the
Not
fences.
football.
I don't know how I
Can't
feel
do
about
the football
football.
thing.
I don't know we'll see.
Unless
But
Peanut's like, Dad, I really want to play football. That's the only way I'm putting him in football.
see, and the thing is I'm not pushing Elijah towards anything. And me and Sydney had both looked at each other a long time ago and said it. We're going to let him pick whatever he wants to do, right? Like he's going to do something. We are going to have him involved in something, but we want to trust him enough to pick it himself. And so when they're out, whether it's like don't do the senior ditch day or don't do this, you shouldn't. I didn't do that. You
Do
shouldn't
that
do
shit.
it.
Do that
Bro,
shit.
no, do it, please, or
Fucking
don't do it.
No.
You pick. You fucking
ditch
pick.
fucking school for senior ditch day.
Bro.
Do
but
that
if they're-
shit.
Dude, I
Stay at a fucking hotel after prom.
Yeah.
Like, go do that shit, bro. Go fucking have fun.
But I'm not going to tell them. I'm not going to tell them to do it. I'm not going to tell him not to do it. All I'm going to say is, if you're participating, please let me know.
Yep.
Senior ditch days,
safe.
all that stuff. Yes, please let me know. So in case y'all get caught up by cops, I can pull up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll have my phone ready. Woo, 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 woo. You want to go fucking do senior sunrise, senior sunsets?
What the fuck is that?
didn't have
Fucking
that?
senior sunrise.
It's like sunrise is like you get there before school, you watch the sunrise. And the same thing with sunset.
It's like the first. They usually do it like
What
the first weekend of your senior year. They'll have all the seniors will get together and then they'll go see senior sunrise. Usually before the first day of school, right? It's senior sunrise, so you're seeing the sunrise on your last year, and then it's like usually around the last day of school, everybody will go to watch the sunset, and it's like the sunset.
Nah, we didn't do that, pimp.
I,
And if we did, I wasn't invited. I'm just saying.
I thought it was a little corny at first, like when I
It was kind
young.
of chill though. Yeah.
When I was young, because I didn't go, like I was like, oh, what the fuck, that's corny, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care about you people that much, like, you know. But now that I'm older and I miss those people, it's like I wish I would have went. Like my senior, like the class photo, like when they get everybody in the gym, they do the big ass class photo. Like I ditched that. I didn't go to that. I was like, fuck that.
I did mine even though I didn't graduate.
That's nuts.
Would you guys go back Would you guys go back to high school if you could?
Fuck no! What the?
You
Sorry.
wouldn't?
No, hell no.
High school was that bad for you?
Bro, high school was, well, I don't want to get into it too much. High school was the most toxic relationship I've ever had.
Oh my god! I'm not talking
why.
about your relationship. I'm talking
Well,
about.
I'm talking like I can't pick and choose what high school or like what experiences I get to relive. It's like you're
I didn't
asking me-
say you get to relive. I didn't say you go back to high school and relive.
What, you
the
just
same
want me to
experiences.
physically go back to the
No,
high school
okay,
at
like-
this age?
No. Like if you could go back and do high school over.
Oh,
Yeah.
with all the knowledge I have now?
No.
Well, okay, then you're asking me if I want to go back to high school then.
No, but you do it over, but you do it differently. Okay, maybe you have a little bit of knowledge as of now. Because I feel like if you had the same knowledge that you have right now, it would be bad. Like the high school experience would be bad for you.
I still
Dude,
failed
I'd
all
be
my
robbing
classes.
kids left and right, bro, selling bags of chips and shit, dude. I'd be hustling.
Bro,
in them
those
hallways.
guys who did that knew what was the they knew what the
Entrepreneurs,
shit
bro.
was.
I would fucking invest in Bitcoin, dog.
Bitcoin, bro.
See, that's
all
what I'm
the
saying.
social
How much
media,
knowledge
bro.
do I have? How much knowledge do I have going back? Because if I
let's
have the
see.
knowledge now,
Actually, I feel like this is not a fair question.
because what you're saying is like, would I go back in time to high
This
school?
man
Well,
really
no,
said he don't want to go back to high school because of his relationship. I'm
Bro,
over
it
here
was
thinking like
bad.
he was getting his head stuffed in a toilet or something.
No,
I'm
no,
like,
no.
Damn.
It was a lot. It was
Let's
a
say
lot more
with the
psychological.
knowledge, but without the capabilities. So like I'm not as strong as I am. I don't have the financial capabilities that I have now. Like I am literally a 15-year-old boy
Bro,
living
did
with
you
my
just have
mom.
a fucking shooting star come across your screen just now? What the
Who?
fuck? Did anybody else see that?
Who?
Who? Me?
Corpse.
I'm a
Bro,
shooting
make a wish,
star?
make a
What
wish.
the fuck?
Yo.
Bro, what the fuck? Am I tripping? I
didn't see
literally
that. I
saw
genuinely
something
didn't see it.
go from your head right here, like, pew, and then it like left a little trail.
Maybe it's the fucking ghost that lives in this goddamn
Bro,
place, dude.
that shit was a trip.
Hmm.
Holy fuck. Okay, my bad. My bad.
I forgot what we were talking about.
Hold on,
What
I
were
got
we
a
talking
question.
about?
I gotta ask Zero a question real fast.
Yo.
Back to
Like,
preschool.
was your fucking main memory of high school your relationship?
Yes, and I don't want to.
No, we don't have to talk about it.
We'll talk
No,
about
no,
it
no.
personally, but
Yeah, but no. But my question is like, you didn't have like a group of friends you kicked it with. You didn't have like activities you did at school.
Ooh. Tough.
For
yeah,
real?
and like literally, senior year was the. Let's not get into it. Senior year was great. I don't want to like badmouth anybody because everything's like chill, whatever the fuck. I'm
Nah,
over it, whatever.
Fuck that bit.
No.
Fuck that.
It
bitch.
really no. It wasn't like I don't want to talk bad on anybody. Obviously, like
I do.
Never
we were
do.
kids. We were stupid.
Of course
We were
it's dumb as
kids.
fuck.
It's in the past. We were kids. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. There's a lot of me to blame,
Mm.
to be honest. But
Oh, here we go.
That's
Nice
okay.
guy syndrome.
no. Like the thing is,
I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
yeah, we won't get it. Anyway, we're in the past. Whatever. Fuck it. I don't
Well, that makes me really sad though. Like that makes me
Yeah.
really sad that you didn't have like a group of friends that you hung out with in a certain area or like activities. So I think if you could do high school again, I would say fucking do it, bro. That you
Yeah.
like a lot of your life is created in fucking high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I could with the knowledge I have now, that's what I'm saying. If I could with the knowledge that I have now, I would. I don't know if in a heartbeat. I like the way things turned out. I don't mind. Obviously if I could just go back and invest in Bitcoin, I'll fucking do that in a heartbeat. I would love that shit. But I really
Oh, we would
like-
be loaded.
Yeah, that shit would be sick.
We
We
would
having
be
this
fucking
fucking podcast on a jet. Okay,
Dude,
going to
And
Italy.
private jet. Damn, Italy, huh?
Yeah, bro. For the 6th time this month, it's whatever.
For the 6th time this month?
Yep, whatever.
Bro.
That would be
3
funny.
days we just fly to fucking Italy.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Bro, no, like my junior year, I moved here, and sometimes, bro, I question that decision. There's a lot of times I question that decision, and so I wonder too if I ran it back, like if I was faced with that same question, would I do it? You know what I mean?
And would
or
you
we're
move from
North
Carolina
Carolina
to here?
yeah. And then in the contrast is like, what would my life have been if I ended up there? You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
I think of that like Matrix line, you know what I mean? I think it's like Matrix 3. He goes, everything happens exactly as it was supposed to because we're not dead. So it's like all the choices I
That's
made, like
facts.
bars, right? All the decisions I made led me to this moment I'm sitting in right now, this fleeting moment. So like, fuck, like would I redo high school again? I don't know. There's some stuff I would definitely have taken more serious, or I would have like definitely hit those fucking books, dude. I would have hit those books. I wouldn't have fucked around with the drugs. I wouldn't have fucking fucked around with the hoodlums down the street. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
Honestly, I think fucking around with the hoodlums down the street made me so much better.
mm-hmm.
I'm the opposite, right? Like all the negative shit. Same thing with Ventura, moving to Ventura. I was so mad about moving up there, and like now I want to retire there. Like that's where I will retire, and I will have a house in Ventura and live there. Like once Peanut's old enough to do his own shit, I'm going back to Ventura, back to the
Yeah.
805. But yeah, I think
Love
like
it
the
out here.
negative, bro. It's I love it out there. But yeah, like all the negative shit, like hanging out with the hoodlums and fucking just doing dumb shit. I think it made me so much fucking better of a person. But it's perspective, right? Like that's exactly what Zero was talking about earlier. It's all about how you perceive it and what you do with the knowledge. Because I was bad, bro. I was not a good
Mm-hmm.
person.
I was not a good kid, dude.
I was not. I
Uh,
gave my mom hell,
See, but my
and
thing is, dude, is like you try to like what I hate about it is out of the list of homies that like the homies, like you know what I mean. You got the homies, and I probably only talked to two or three of them. One of them I keep in constant contact with. Six or seven of them are either locked up or dead. You know what I mean?
I got a
And it
couple of those.
and it's like, and it's not to say that they're any less of my fucking friend, bro, but it's like maybe maybe certain parts of my life wouldn't feel the way they feel because of these experiences I went through. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have these reactions or these, like these displays of frustration or like you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't. There would be certain parts of me that would be a little more tame. You know what I mean? Instead of bombastic. Like you know what I'm
I,
saying?
I was gonna say,
Bombastic.
I was gonna say too. I feel like there's a lot of like, if we could take, I think what Save is saying is obviously true too. Like I think the negative experiences that we have shape the appreciation of like sometimes good things and like other bad things, whatever the case may be, or your just maybe even your ability to like look at the silver lining of tough shit. Um, that like sometimes we're like, fuck, if that were different, I think life would just be better. But like, I think what's crazy is that if you remove that, sometimes you lose a lot of like sometimes what means a lot to you. In the process, if we were to be able to like pluck something out and be like, all right, that's fucking trash, and then just be like, our view might be completely different of something.
Bro, like oh my god, like I'm saying, dude, like that's why I don't know like if I could go back and redo high school, I don't know if I would.
Yeah,
Right?
I don't know if I would either.
Like any
I
part
would.
of my
That shit was
life.
fun as fuck, bro.
It was, dude, it was so
I had
lit,
so much
bro.
fun in
It
high
was
school.
so lit, dude. Like what the
I had
fuck?
so much fucking fun in high school. Like just being careless. I remember like being in the back of my homie's Jimmy and we would go to these parties and I remember just like dancing all the fucking time and I, my group of friends is still my group of friends to this day. Like my core
Mm-hmm.
six people that I still hang out with and talk to on a regular day basis. Like just I'm lucky, and I have other people from my high school tell me like, "Oh shit, like you and such still hang out, or you guys are all still hanging out." Like nobody does that. It's very hard to find a group of friends, especially six fucking people, dog, that fucking all still hang out. That's fucking rare. And
Yeah.
then that's why it makes me sad. That's why I'm saying Zero. Like it makes me so fucking sad that you didn't have a similar experience than that. You know what I mean? It's bad.
I think I mean, I think I thought about it a lot, and like I said, I don't want to trash anybody. It was just kind of like what I went through, but I think it led to a lot of appreciation and development in my thought process and how I view things and things like that. And I could have been like more bitter about. I think if like I was a little bit less um I don't want to say meticulous, but just like if I thought about it a lot less, I probably would be a lot more bitter about it. But I think at the end of the day, I'm like, bro, I grew so much from that relationship. I've learned so much from that relationship. I'm still trying to like figure things out from that relationship and how things should be. But I think that relationship grew me a lot.
But
But
in like a sense of overall, or like in your relationship now.
mm, both. Both, but I've come to like really, there's like moments where I like really appreciate in ways that I don't think I could have if I didn't have that like previous relationship. In ways that I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, there are just ways that I'm sure that I know that I can appreciate my girlfriend now that had I not had like a bad experience or like a whatever negative experience that I probably wouldn't have been able to do.
So in a sense, you could kind of thank your ex, right?
Kind of, yeah. But it was, I mean, yeah.
I think all my exes. I think all my exes, bro.
God bless all the broken roads, Playboy.
I'm just saying, it's like straight the fuck up. And the thing is, like, a lot of people are weird because there's like not one ex girlfriend that I have that I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, like I could go to, like, how are you doing? I'm like, I can chat with you, and I'm happy for all of them. 80% of them have kids, you know what I mean, or are doing shit that they want to do. So I'm happy for them. But our relationship didn't work out. You were kind of a bitch when we were together, and that, you know, like
I hope that comes across too, because like I said, I don't want to bad talk anybody. Like, and I hope she does well. I hope she's doing her thing and go live your life. Like I hope you're doing well. I do. I promise. Like I have no ill will against her, against anybody. Like
I don't know. I mean, but the way I'm just saying the way you're like
now, bro.
No, the way you're like, I just I had a bad relationship and she's
it was. The thing is like
it's like. It's like you're trying really hard not to hate her, bro. You know, you're trying really hard to be nice.
There's a concerted effort there.
No. There's like a thing in my head that's like, you could be mad at the driver in a car accident, or you could just be mad that there was a car accident, if that makes sense. Like the fact that
driver on their fucking phone.
The fact that it happened kind of sucks. Like, yes, kind of sucks. Like, oh well, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna be super fucking mad at the driver my whole life? No, bro. Like, we were young, like I said. Our mindsets, I'm sure like she's a different person. I'm a different person. So like, why be mad at the driver my whole life when I could just get over the car accident? That's kind of it.
I like that. Life. It kind of zooms out a little bit.
Your whole life?
No, but you know what I mean. Like, why?
That's what I'm asking. Your whole life?
No, bro. You're making it so much bigger. I feel like I'm going insane trying to overqualify what I mean. I'm fucking. I know you're fucking with me. I know. But I'm like, bro, am I crazy? Am I like, no? But
it's okay to you. It's great when you have good things to say about people, but if you genuinely don't mean it, it's okay not to say it.
No, but I do.
Not saying that you don't. I'm not saying that you don't genuinely mean it. I'm just saying,
no, if I have it, listen, because if I don't like that about people. If people have like shit to say and they're like not willing to just say nothing. I don't like that. Like, so if I'm not saying anything good about somebody, or sometimes I'll just say flat out like that I don't like somebody. I'll let people know.
Say you don't like somebody. Say you don't like somebody.
I don't like somebody.
Ooh.
Hitler's a bad person.
Yo, check this out.
Somebody that you fucking know. Say that you don't like somebody that you know. Yep.
There's nobody in my life. There's nobody that I keep personally in my life that I could like point out to be like, I don't like them.
That's fair. That's
right. Because like who's taking?
Who you gonna keep in your life? Yeah, who you gonna keep in your life that you don't like?
I need this shit. Like, this is precious to me. This like mind space that I have. Why am I gonna fucking waste it on people I don't like?
True. Facts. What were you gonna say, Corpse?
Oh, no, really though. Like what he said right there. Like having the bandwidth to even hate somebody these days, bro. Like especially as you get older.
I didn't say hate.
No, but even who can I say? Who can I say that I don't like? I don't know.
Bro, it's cool, dude. If you're like, bro, like honestly.
Save got me heated, bro.
At this point,
I hope I did good content.
No. Dude, at this point now, I've just been like not worried. Like, bro, if you don't like me or if you don't like the way that I'm moving or the way that I'm handling certain situations or whatever, like that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, that's fine. You're going to have your opinion. You're not with me every day. You're not seeing what I see or go through what I go through. So why am I going to, like, I need to focus more of my energy on my shit. Like, why let that little piece of you occupy my fucking brain, bro. Like I'm worried about enough shit. Like, you know what I mean? I don't need to be worried about how you feel. But I do want to bring up this fucking comment. Jordan put up talking about that he remembers the last time he saw me, fam, was at a Friday football game. And bro, we got busted by the fucking cops rolling up on the top of the bleachers. Bro, we're just like rolling up these twigs. Bro, and it's so wild, like, to think that two of the dudes I was with that night, well, five of them, there was five of us. One of them, he's kind of made it out all right. One of them's dead.
Jesus.
The other one is strung out on drugs, dude, and the other one's in a fucking coma. And so, bro, like, when I think about North Carolina and me leaving, like, I think, bro, I think I would have been in bad shape, bro. I think I would have been in bad shape if I would have stayed. And
I mean, a lot of that is like peer pressure too, right? Like who you're around, and maybe
Well,
it's
one
good that you did boring stuff in fucking high school.
well, dude, like-
Because I
like,
definitely
it's
got into
just-
some shit.
It's just nuts, dude. You know what I mean? Because like and a lot of this stuff happened like once we got older. You know what I mean? But I look at it, I'm like, I think like, was that the trajectory of my life? You know what I mean? Because by the time I moved, I was really getting into like smoking mad weed, bro. I was popping pills. I was
My G, I thought you were about to say smoking meth. I was about to.
Bro,
No,
me
no,
too.
no.
Me
No,
too.
no, no,
I was
no,
like,
no, no,
Jesus.
never that. Never
I
that.
thought I was the only one. My bad. Okay.
That shit
Bro,
matter
no,
of fact,
that's.
scary.
I was like, oh.
I was like, math, bro. Whoa, we're talking about something different.
Bro, I remember the first time I saw somebody do that shit. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like,
oh, that's my neighborhood, bro. The people
Like-
still do it outside my house and shit.
like
I've seen
what
that.
is that? Like you're
I've
like, why does it look like that? Like that's not. There's nothing pleasing about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like ecstasy's cool. Like, you know, you put this little pill and now you're all like high. Like, you know what I
Nah,
mean? Or you
shit's
smoke a
crazy.
joint. Like it's cool. Like it's like vibing. You know what I mean? But some fucking like, bro, let's smoke this.
You look like a
meth.
gremlin, just like.
Bro, and I remember when like I walked in the room, dude, and like they're like all huddled up, like they were all huddled up, bro, smoking this shit. I was like, dude, what are y'all doing, fam? Like, and I
You
just
can't,
remember-
you
That
can't let
shit
the
is-
wind. Can't let the wind fuck up the flame. Precious.
bro, their eyes, dude, and when they looked at me, like when they all turned
Oh,
and looked,
nah,
dude, and
that
they
sucks.
just, it was so scary. I just remember thinking it was so like they looked possessed, bro. So I never want to touch that type of shit. No way.
Oh, good old tweakers, baby. Good old
Yeah, bro.
fucking
No way.
tweakers.
No, that's no way. No way. No way.
But there was a lot of times though where I was like, bro, why am I not fucking interesting like that? Like I have no desire to do any shit like this. Like my
To me,
friends.
you're interesting as fuck.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't really think so. Say it again so I can hear it one more time.
You are interesting as
fuck.
fuck.
Stop it, guys.
You just see, look,
Show
that you
me
like
your
your
dick,
ego
dude.
stroked a little bit. See, look,
Just a little bit, bro. I'm
and
over here by
Cor-
myself saying it.
Corpse wants you to show me your dick.
Show me your dick. Dude,
Yo,
I say that every
hey.
show. Just show me your dick, dude. It's all right, bro.
Listen.
He's got a crispy ass fucking can, crispy ass mic.
Stop it.
He got a
No, I
crispy
mean-
lineup. Hey, show him the lineup real fast though. Show him the
Stop
fucking
it,
lineup.
stop it,
Look,
stop it.
look.
Oh, you about to act up?
Stop it.
Don't act up.
He's fucking crispy. All right, just show me your fucking dick already.
Dude,
All
show me
right,
your dick,
stop
bro.
it. Stop. No,
Oh, if I have to.
okay. I got that
Okay,
lined up
guys,
too, by the way. So
All right, we're gonna pause, guys. We're gonna go be over on the OnlyFans if you guys want to subscribe.
let's subscribe to the OnlyFans to get the rest of the pod.
Yeah.
Oh, what is that? What you call it? Your pod?
Yeah, bro. The pod is a double entendre.
Oh, actually, okay. Before I go piss, I'm gonna piss and then I'm gonna. Ask
No,
you
I didn't piss. We can't piss it. No, go. I'm just playing. I'm not, but I just didn't want him to feel bad going to the bathroom.
Dude. And I'd be like, dude, sometimes like I'll be just powering through, like, dude, I can't piss. I can't give in. I can't
Dude,
give
you've
in.
gone. I don't think you've gone a podcast without like not. Wait, did I say that right? I don't think you've gone a podcast. You haven't gone pissed in one podcast. I feel like.
No.
Fucking
Nope.
hell. I have
Dude,
to
I
piss
gotta-
right now. I'm not even gonna lie.
Dude, I got the bladder of a mule, but I'm fucking chugging. Well, I'm drinking coffee and then I'm chugging water behind it. So I'm like, fuck, I might have to piss a little bit.
It's gonna go about both ends, bro. At the same time, just
Bro, I've been needing it, dog. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me, but
No.
like I've been feeling like maybe I just need like a water cleanse or something. But bro, like no food is interesting my stomach. Like when I look at it, I'm like, it's like it's not. It doesn't
Oh.
look appetizing. My stomach kind of churns a little bit. I'm like, but I need to eat something. You know what I mean?
Cigarette?
yeah. He's something. I'll be right back. I was just playing safe. I do need to go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
Hey, run.
Oh man. So
Zero's
success
fucking
looks
funny, dog.
different. Looks different to people.
I'll be
Huh?
back.
It does. I mean, I think it does, right? I mean, we always talk about that shit.
Bro,
We always fucking talk about success.
we started at how does success look like, and then we're like, fucking high school.
Oh, okay. Hey, wait till you hear this question I'm about to ask, because right when Zero and I were leaving work, this shit popped up. But I'm gonna wait till he comes back, so there's
Okay.
context. But I mean, hey, high school, I think has a lot to do with certain people's success, because it's where you really determine, like, do you want to keep your head in the books and really go and get your degree? But I know a lot of people with their fucking degrees that don't fucking use them.
Mm. Dude, and there's a proper. Now, I will say this, like, I had a very toxic girlfriend when I moved here to California. I'm sorry, you know who you are, but we know the fucking truth. We've talked about it.
Does she watch your shit?
I don't know.
You
But
just
if
had to
you ever-
apologize ahead of time.
Yes, because I'm about to air this out. Um, but she was not a good girlfriend, right? And I really revolved my life around her. You know what I mean? And so once we broke up, it was like beginning of my senior year. I had no friends, bro. I'd wander around the fucking school, all this shit, bro, and then I had to find my group. But the thing is, the whole point of that is during that whole wandering around period, it was like I was, hanging out with the skaters over here for a little bit. I was hanging out with these guys for a day, hanging out over here, bouncing around. So it got to a point where I would just eat my lunch and just shake hands with everybody and say what up to all these different groups. And bro, I swear to God on my life, I have bumped into some of these people and they're sitting in some nice chairs. You get what I'm saying? They're sitting in some pretty places. And so they remember
That
me.
sounds pretty nice.
Bro.
I'm just
Bro, they got bidets, dog. Like they're on
I got a
different-
bidet.
You got a bidet?
Did you say my
Yeah.
chair is pretty nice? He said.
Yeah, you show me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have a bidet.
Show me your bidet.
I can't take the camera of it. I'll take a picture of it.
That's on OnlyFans, bro. He's using
Let
it.
me sniff it.
in the video. Oh my
The
god!
fucking thing in my
Right.
ass.
Oh, you don't?
Please, he's like, can you?
Yeah, but do you want to?
You can. if you
Nothing.
want.
That's an exit only. Okay. Listen here.
Oh no!
Listen
Well, not
here.
for the water, right? Is that the whole point?
I don't know. I don't
I
understand.
mean, the
functionality
water
of a
don't
bidet.
really go in your ass.
It's like. What do you mean?
It just
How's it
cleans your
clean?
ass.
Well, how's it cleaning it?
Do you drip dry or do you like wipe it?
Imagine,
real
I
question.
imagine you have to wipe it. I imagine you have to wipe it.
Okay,
Ain't no way.
listen. If you're not taking a shower after you shit, something's wrong with you, bro.
What?
Bro, I can't. I don't have time to shower
no
after every shit.
Exactly.
How many times a day do you shit?
Frequently.
Wait. How many times do you shit? No. I think you're the weird one here. Yes.
I shit like twice a day.
Okay, how you taking 2 showers a day?
One in the morning and one at night.
Ain't no way you got it.
If I shit at work, I'm miserable for the rest of the day until I get
You
home.
don't shit at work.
You just
I
feel
do.
dirty.
I have shit at work.
Okay. Okay,
I
but
have
not,
shit at work.
not
But
like
I'm miserable.
I do it like once a day. I shit at work.
I know you do.
Just keep it accountable, man.
I've definitely walked in and seen the New Balances under the star.
Spotted red-handed.
Listen,
Oh my
bro.
God.
All right, this is the question I was gonna ask.
All right, round 2.
God damn it, this goddamn
Oh,
fly,
is
bro.
this the other topic?
No, this is just a
Oh.
quick question.
Oh, okay.
Ayo, Corpse, what site do you use for your alone time?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, what's my favorite site?
What's your site that you use? What's your go-to? Is
I'm
it
a
not the hub?
I'm a hubber. Hub and love, dude.
Listen, bro, tell me why Zero's over here talking about he uses XNXX.
I'm not saying I do use it. I'm just saying it's a reputable brand.
That's
And
not
if
what
you
you
were
said.
to
Oh, now
use
we're switching
one,
up what
that
we're
would be
saying.
the one that
Now
you
we're
would go
switching
with.
up what we're saying.
No, what did I
said-
say? What did I
I
actually?
think
I didn't.
verbatim you said that's my. Like, what did you say? You
Oh, I
that.
said that's like the quick tabs. That's like the quick.
He said that's
Jordan
the one
said
I
red
Somebody
use.
tube.
said red tube. That's the.
Red
that's
tube?
Shout
was
out,
This game is
Jordan.
that's-
bootleg as fuck.
No, that's early days, bro. That's before you knew. That's
See,
before,
like
that
I need
was- that
something
was
like
where I was.
compatible with my phone. Like I need something that's really like mobile.
Okay, let me ask you
friendly.
this.
I
'cause I
know
haven't
you're
used-
saying that you have the app. Is there a
An
Pornhub
app?
app?
And
No,
app.
I'm asking. No, wait, because he
You
said
see
it has to
clips
be
of that? We posted an
compatible.
app.
No,
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 no.
Because he's like compatible. I'm like, you have an app or some shit. What are you talking
Well,
about?
no, it's just like some of the like. I'm not saying I've frequented
Let's see,
adult
let's see,
video
the
sites,
knowledge.
but there has been some nights that I've been on the road and I have
Sure.
visited said sites,
Oh yeah.
and they're just like I don't know if it's like the download.
Wait, you don't
quality-
visit those sites when you're at home?
Wait,
Not as often.
when you're at home, that's like the spot. That's where you do these things.
Oh no, he said.
Wait, Wait, what are you saying? What are you saying? Man? Okay.
So,
Wait, when you say you're on the road, like you're driving, you pull over real fast.
no, like while I was traveling, bro.
Oh, okay.
While I was traveling. And see, before I was traveling, like a little bit before that, I was dating somebody, right? And so when I date, I generally won't watch porn, right? I won't watch anything like that. Yes, I said the P word. But I won't watch, like, you know what I mean? I try to refrain. There's just a lot to it with me.
Bro.
You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Like
Save was asking about
that.
taxes when she's talking about this adult alone time. We're not talking about porn here.
Yeah,
kind of
whoever-
awkward that you just said that.
Yeah, I just
I'm
made
just
it
kidding.
weird. Didn't I?
I was talking. You like? Do you use TurboTax or do you go to like
bro.
H&R Block?
RedTube.
They
No,
got
but
new
I feel
servers.
okay. Let me just tell you this: the last time I used it's XNXX, right? That's the site. I'm gonna just
yes?
don't act like you don't fucking know.
I
Come on.
think so,
We
bro.
all-
I don't
Type
know.
in X on your phone right now and tell me what the first website that pops up is.
The first, bro. You don't
He's
think
like he's over here like I use incognito mode, pimp.
He's got a tab.
I don't
open
gotta
right
use
now.
incognito mode. You know why? Because I live by myself.
I got Xfinity, Xbox, Series X. Stop
Nah.
it, bro. Stop playing.
Bro, I show Zero this, bro. If you go to my fucking Safari, you open up a new tab. The hub is the only link
First thing. That's the
frequently
quick one.
visited.
He
I'm
has
telling you.
3 tabs. He opens his phone, tap. He's there. Then
So
he's at the
Easy
hottest.
access.
Then
That
he's at
just
the
shows you
hottest
how
stepmom
alone
video.
I really am. I don't know if that's something for me to be proud of. Or...
Dude, no, I mean, okay, so for the past few months, I've been in this, I was in whatever.
Yeah, you're in like an entanglement.
Yeah, I was in this
You don't know what it is.
and it was long distance, you know what I mean? And so even then, I would still try to refrain, bro. Like, yeah, there's a couple days here and there where I just couldn't fucking take it, like, you know what I mean? But I really would steer away.
Wait, for her or just because?
Jordan said you
Oh,
a lonely
lonely
motherfucker.
He knows I'm He clowns me on how fucking lonely I am.
That's okay, bro.
It
We're
was
all lonely
for
at one point.
her. It was for her, but then it's also for me because we can get into this. You want to get into this?
Wait, what's
So-
Let's get into it.
okay?
Because guys have different feelings about it, right? So I
Wait,
won't
about what? Wait.
Yeah, because I'm
Confused
kind of
about
confused on what's happening. I thought we were talking about. porn.
Yeah, what are we jumping into?
So you were
Bro,
asking
we talking about
why
porn now?
wouldn't
We
I
are.
watch? Why wouldn't I watch these things?
Oh
right?
yeah. Okay.
So is it for
Okay.
her? Partially for her, because I think there should be a respect out of me to not look at that, right? Like another woman.
What? Okay, go ahead. Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
I'm just saying.
We about to talk about this.
For
Oh, we
me,
about to go in on this right now.
for me, it's
Now I gotta-
like
Sorry, go.
like the only what like why am I opening in this app or this web page or whatever? Like why am I doing this? It's this deviancy that's inside of me, right? And if I have this person, right, like isn't that where that's supposed to go? Like isn't that who's supposed to have that? And two, I noticed at one point in a previous relationship, it made me not want that with her. You know?
Fucking, how frequently were you doing it, dog? Twice a day? 3 times a day?
Yeah.
I was about to say there are people who that's what they do. It's like the three times a day.
Yeah, bro. I gotta get my
vibe.
reps in, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
3
yeah, I was put-
times a day?
That's-
That's wild, bro.
I
But
did that
then-
when I was a young buck. When I was out
He's
there.
like, the rookie
Yeah.
numbers.
yeah, you know,
Damn,
you gotta beat
3
these
times a
numbers
day.
up, man.
I think during COVID, I was getting up into 3 times
Oh,
a day
no.
sometimes.
Dude.
Look at Zero. He's like, oh, the shit. 3 during COVID. That's rookie.
Dude, that was by,
no,
that was
really?
by lunch, bro.
Like, oh, you're saying that my 10 a.m. That's what you were at?
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm telling you, if I'm going into time 2, I'm thinking to myself like, what the fuck are you doing? If I'm going into time 2 for the day, I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I really want to do this.
Bro, when I was young though, I was like that. Like, cause you're figuring shit out, right? It's like
You're
bro,
just
6th time I'm going in, bro. I'm going
Wait,
in.
what did you not figure out the 5 times? If you rub it enough, it'll fucking come out. Like, what did
it's
you
just
not
like-
figure
it's just
out?
like,
you got to push the limits, man.
you have to find where that wall is, where you're like, okay, I physically can't anymore.
I can't go over 6 times. Like, don't like you're gonna fucking rub your dick raw, bro. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, no, I would, so definitely, like, it was a part and part where it was like, for her, it's like, I want to reserve myself and reserve that desire, I guess, like, for you. And then for me, I don't want to take away that desire for you because of this thing that I'm watching on my phone. You know what
That's
I mean?
an interesting take. I don't think that I don't think, watching videos could take that drive away. But I also haven't been with somebody in a very long time, so I don't know.
When me and her started hanging out and started dating, no more. It was no more. It was like,
We didn't have a reason to use it, right?
well, and that, okay, I don't have a reason to use it.
Wait, so you think that your significant other should be upset if you're watching it?
No, because I believe that there's different attachment types, and I believe that there's different temperaments with people. And I think if people, I think if it's suppressed, it'll find its way out. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I don't believe in cutting off guy friends to your girlfriend. Because if you do that, it makes a guy friend that much more desirable. It's almost like human nature.
Because you can't have
Wait,
it.
a guy
you can't
friend
have
to your
it.
girlfriend. What do you mean? I don't get it.
Does your girlfriend have guy friends?
I think so. Yeah.
That she can go out with?
Yeah.
You
I
think
mean,
so? You don't know if your
yeah.
girlfriend has guy friends?
she doesn't go out super often, so it's not like I don't know. I don't keep tabs on like all her friends. I don't know.
Well, like
That's
there's-
healthy. Good
That's
for
very
you, bro.
healthy. That's
Kudos.
it's very impressive. Matter of fact.
Thank you. Appreciate
No,
it.
for real. That's fucking grown.
Why? What
I
do you
be
mean?
keeping tabs, bro. I be keeping
Do you?
tabs, motherfucker. Hell yeah, I keep
No,
tabs on these
I-
motherfuckers.
I always have nice things to say. I don't know. About her, bro.
See, 'cause
Of course, I have
look
nice
at it,
things to say about her, bro. She's my
like,
girlfriend.
my thing is, dude. So like, to get back to the whole thing, is I don't think they should be mad at you watching videos or stuff like that, because there's a certain level of sexual deviancy I think that we all have to work through, like, you know what I mean, on a day to day. And I think that if that is their way of getting it out, I think that to me it's okay.
Day to day.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's okay if you ask.
Day to day?
Wait, what are you? Wait, what are you surprised about?
I don't beat off day to day.
Oh, not
I
day
don't
to
need-
day.
He just said day to day.
But I
I
think
don't
he's
need to
just
get it
saying
out
like
every day.
no, I don't think he. Do you literally mean day to day? Do you mean like
No,
every
no,
day?
no,
No.
Oh,
no,
okay,
like
okay,
just like
okay.
on a daily, like whenever it kind of comes up, it's like it comes up.
Yeah.
Comes up, huh?
Come
Good
on,
choice.
yeah.
Good word.
Oh, got him. Thanks. Good one.
Because, bro, there's even days when I come home from work. I mean, y'all's went through it. You come home from work, you're tired as fuck, and it's like, don't kiss me. Like, don't fucking touch me. Like, I'm tired.
I've never been like that.
Bro, I've been like
I'm
that.
like, fucking kiss me. Let me go take a shower real fast.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm a
literally
handle.
that.
Shit.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Shit.
Kiss me. I'm gonna go take a shower. We can handle what we need to handle, and then maybe like get the fuck off me for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, bro, like,
Dude,
being
I'm
up
on
on the roof and shit, you know what I mean? Working construction. But, like, look at my fucking nose. I got burnt up today. Like, fuck, bro.
What were you gonna say, Zero?
No, I was just gonna say I'm on like the same wave as you. Like I'm super. I like a lot of affection in my relationships. I do. personally.
Ooh, this is a good topic. What affection? Like you like to be touched? Y'all ever read the
Ew,
Love
okay.
Languages of Love? No, I don't mean like I don't
No,
even
it's
touch
okay,
like
it's
that.
okay.
I just mean like me. I like my head rub, bro. You rub the back of my head.
Mhm.
I like a lot of like no, it's not to me even. I do like a lot of touch. Like
Cuddling.
I like no even just like there's like even just like have your hand on me just to like know that you
You feel
want to
wanted.
touch me.
Mhm.
Yeah, if
Mm.
it makes me feel really good.
Interesting.
Like just even a little like bloop. It's like oh
See, and I
nice.
think
Okay.
I think I go through those moments, especially like after work. I'm like, wait, hold on, don't touch me. Like, you know what I mean? Because I feel like I'm not receptive in the moment. Because
Mm.
I love physical touch. Like that's
Mm.
like, yeah, like just put your hand on me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and like, bro, like when me and like, you know, when I got a girl, bro, and we're like, if you're
He was
spending the
deciding what
night,
he wanted to say there.
I don't, well, I'm trying to keep it off here.
Sure, yeah.
It's like I like to cuddle. Like, you know what I mean? Like we might as well peel off all these blankets because I'm about to be your blanket. You know what I mean? I'm about to lay all over you. I love that shit.
I'm a cuddler too, dog. I like
Bro, I
cuddling,
love that shit. I love
but
cuddle me.
I'm cuddle me.
Fuck, please.
I honestly, I get like how you guys are with the with that like hand thing. That's how I am with like being told shit. Like I love being told that I'm handsome,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
like
Okay.
shit like that. Oh, bro, tell me that every day. I'll take it. Fuck yeah. But
I'm not receptive to that.
really, oh, I am. I fucking love it. Cause there's certain days where I'll put something on. I'll be like, damn, I feel kind of bummy today. But then if somebody said to me like, oh, hey, you look handsome, dog. Even if it was 0, if he told me I look handsome, like, yeah.
I think I told you that the other day. What did I say? I said you beautiful, man. Something like that.
You said it yesterday, bro. This is what I don't understand. Okay, I want to say something to the affection thing, but this is what I don't understand. I wear a fucking suit to work every day. Yesterday, my first time in 2 months, I decided to wear all black suit with a black shirt. Boom. All of a sudden, everybody want to say something to me. I'm like, what the fuck? I wear a suit every day. But this is what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, what was I gonna say? Talking about affection. Oh, how are you guys with public displays of affection?
I love that shit.
Me too.
Really?
I know people
Like-
don't like it though.
You
So
could be
I
at
understand.
Disneyland and like make out with your girl.
No, not like that. Not like that. That's too far. Oh, were you about to say yeah?
No, no.
What
That's
about
too
like
far.
what about like sitting on your lap?
But like, give me
yeah,
a
that's
kiss.
fine.
Sit on my lap. Like, sit
Yeah,
on my
sit
lap.
on my lap. That's fine. Yeah.
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Oh wow.
I do not like public displays of affection.
That's wild.
I love that shit.
I
Love
do,
out
yeah.
loud.
I can hold your hand. I'll hold your hand. I mean, a kiss. I could give you a kiss, but we're not doing all this like being all over each other.
Like not
shit.
all
Like,
over though, but like
sitting on
sit
your
my
lap is all
Yeah,
you.
sit on my lap. Like
Nope.
Bro, if we're on the tram and it's one seat, you're sitting on my lap.
Sure.
You
I mean, that's a different
That's
thing,
different.
though.
That
That's
is different.
different.
You know, but there's
There's
other
a reason
situations.
for yeah, but like honestly, I like kind of frown on people that do that shit.
Oh damn, my bad.
No,
That's
I'm
fine.
not
Just like-
bad,
I'm
but,
taking
like, I
away
don't look
from
at
your
you.
No, but
Disney
what do
experience,
you like? I'm not saying like all those memes of like the couple in the line when you're waiting for like
Yeah, like all
Matterhorn.
like huggy
that's
duggy.
no. That's
Like,
that's off the table. I feel like you can hold your hand, you can just chat, like you're chilling.
Chat is not PDA though.
Chat's not no, but that's what I'm in like a line that's different because you're still like you're so close to people. It's like weird. Like, why am I gonna be all
You're
up
not
on
giving
you
each
like
other.
that?
I don't like. Don't give me no.
No,
Eskimo kisses
none of
and
that.
shit.
None of that. No.
I'm
But
not
if-
into that shit at
But
all.
we're like when we're like walking or whatever, hold my hand, I'll put my arm around you, I'll like kiss you,
Mhm.
whatever, get you close, whatever.
Get
Fuck,
you
that-
close. Like,
I
what
think
you
that
mean?
sounded so cringe. I'm sorry.
Dude, I just
Oh,
said hot, dude.
Oh, girl,
No,
about
but
to
I'm
pull you
hard,
so
bro.
close.
Stop,
right now.
bro. Oh my god. But I just
I'm
mean
about to
like,
pull you
yeah,
so
I
close.
like I don't mind PDA, but I understand people don't, and
But you think there's
I
a
try to
limit, though,
respect it.
right?
Yes,
yes,
absolutely,
yes, there's a
absolutely.
limit. There
So
is
like
a
I think
limit.
like sitting on my lap because we're like I think it is kind of situational. So because I would be frustrated if it was kind of like a body to body like sitting on their lap type thing. Like you
You're
know,
like
what I mean?
straddling type of thing.
Straddling them.
I'm thinking she's like on the edge, so she's like right here. Like
Yeah, like just sit
like she's
sitting on
not
my knee.
on me. She's just like
But is it because there's no chair around, or she just wants to sit on your lap? Let me just tell you like this: if you're my girl and you come to sit on my lap while we're out somewhere, get the fuck off my lap. There's a whole chair right here. I can get up and you can sit down.
Yeah, I don't think I
Don't sit
even
on my
like
fucking lap.
really like sitting. It would be very situational. I think it would have to be like a chair situation.
Yeah,
Because I don't think I really.
there's there's no situation.
That's what the fuck I'm saying.
Okay,
Now, if we're
maybe,
at the
yeah,
house,
you're right. You're right.
if we're at the house, you can come sit on my lap.
I don't
all you
even
want,
like
girl.
it though.
But then why the hell would she ever sit on your lap? There's like infinite places.
Because
to sit
it's
in your house.
affectionate. It's affectionate. That's the difference.
Now there is times where PDA I won't fuck around. Like, you know what I mean? Like certain places, obviously, like a
The
church.
church.
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
why did we say the same thing?
Because you're a good fucking man. That's why
Who goes to church?
you were raised right. A church, like you know what I mean.
Bro.
You know, certain family events,
At
this and
dinner,
that.
yeah, like dinner.
Yeah, bro, you're
Yeah.
not going to a fucking 5-star restaurant to sit on my lap.
Yeah, but I mean, like, are you to the point where you're sitting with your girlfriend at like a round table and then you're like, oh, let's hold hands while we sit next to each
See,
other?
if we're dressed up,
Yeah, yeah,
I
I'll
don't want her
sit.
holding my hand. I want her
You
holding
hold-
my arm.
No,
but
I will
on.
hold her hand.
You-
I will
you-
hold her hand.
You
but I
will hold
won't,
your
like-
girlfriend's hand while you guys are sitting down next to each
I'll
other
like
at
so.
dinner?
So this is the situation. This is what I mean.
Okay,
by
okay.
We'll hold hands, right? We're
And I'm not
sitting-
clowning you. I just
We're
it's hard for
sitting-
me to fathom.
We're sitting, right? We're sitting. Boom. Oh shit. Sorry. Arms are on the table, right? This is her arm. Wait. This is her arm. This is my arm. Kind of next to each other. I'll be like, "Hi, honey," whatever, whatever. I'll like hold her hand like this, and then I'll like let go. I'm not like,
Oh,
and
is
we're
it just
eating
like
our meal like this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Oh yeah.
oh, what about feeding each other? Bro,
It
please don't tell me y'all
depends.
motherfuckers feeding each
I
other
don't
at
think
dinner.
so. I don't think I
Oh no, I
would.
will say this. I will say this. We went to a place called Better Than Sex. It's in Key West. Anybody who watches
Was
this, I hope that you guys go there, bro. It was fucking.
I'm on my
wonderful.
way.
Bro, the lights were dark. Like they had these little candles on the table, this iPad where you could ask your significant other questions, bro. And they were like super sexed up, like you know what I mean? This whole thing. And it's like, yeah, you're sitting there, you feed, like, you know, you're feeding her, she's feeding you. Like, oh, what'd you get? Oh, let me try. Like, you know what I mean? And then you're going through these questions. It's like, so a situation like that,
Can you see other people feeding each other?
almost. Like some of them, yeah, you could. But that's kind of
I'm
like,
not with it.
yeah, it was like watching them, it was like ew. But right there with her, it was hot as fuck, dude. Oh my god, bro.
Like being fed turned you on, or like you
super
feeding. And it was like,
sensual?
I don't think I had ever fed someone like that before, really.
Oh wow.
Like
look,
outside
feeding each
outside-
other
Intense, bro.
outside of what? Outside of what?
like outside the privacy of my home. Like you know
There
what I
you
mean?
go.
Like outside the privacy of my home. I think that was the first time I've ever like
See, I'm very private with my shit, bro. I'm not big on. That's why I'm not like big on PDA, and I'm not feeding you shit, bro. If you want to
Bro,
bite of my
what the
food,
thing-
get it off the plate.
No,
Um,
I'm with you on that too, though. Like I'm not feeding it. The first thing that came to mind was like exactly what Corp said. Like in the privacy of your own home, if I'm making something, I'll like, yo, have
yeah,
some.
absolutely.
Or like
Everything that I'm saying is outside of the privacy of your own.
okay,
home,
so
by the way.
Okay, yeah.
outside, no. But if I had to feed like where your story was, if I had to feed my girlfriend or I had like in a situation where I fed my girlfriend, I think me and her would just laugh about it. We would just make it a meme. Like we'd just be like, what the fuck is happening right now?
That's what I'm saying. That's what it is. It's a fucking meme. Like I feel like that kind of like affection, a lot of affection, I feel is private, and I don't want, like, I don't need other people to see me kiss you.
Sure. I
and
agree with
do
that.
that
Yeah.
shit.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I'll hold your hand. You
Yeah.
want to hold hands? I'm down to hold hands. But I'm not like slapping ass and fucking groping and doing all that shit.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's like
You want
high
to do that when we get home? Handle.
I feel like that's high school though, like people doing that type of shit.
You think?
Because I remember being at my old job, like my first job in high school, and I remember like we had to like get kids out of there because they were in the aisles, like straight just making out, throwing like fucking the stamps on the floor because I worked at
At
Michael's.
Home Depot? Oh,
At Michael's.
What was
When I
that?
was a
Oh
kid,
yeah, we talked about this.
yeah, and I was
used to
like,
rack shit for
bro,
Michael's all the time.
I was like, no way, bro. What the fuck is happening? Y'all are macking in aisle 6. Like, chill.
Arts and crafts is not that sexy.
It's not arts and
not.
crafts,
That's
dude.
serious.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, is there anything that either one of you guys want to bring up? Because I really don't want to bring up this last topic. I
Are
really
you gonna
don't.
save that for another time?
I think so.
Dude, just do
Mm.
it. We're here right now.
I
No,
could.
because
I,
it'll go on for longer than 45 minutes.
I could bring up something.
Let's hear
What
it.
you got?
I want to talk about good old
Sex,
friend
baby.
of the podcast. Okay, Jordan Peterson.
Oh yes,
I
my
love
man.
Jordan Peterson.
I hate Jordan Peterson.
Why?
Yeah, I used to be a big
Why?
fan. No, I don't hate him. To be fair, I don't hate him. I wish him well. You know, all the best
Oh
things.
my God! Here we go with this shit. Why do you not like Jordan Peterson?
I
would
don't
love.
like Jordan. I don't. Oh,
You have to
boom,
understand. This is
somebody-
like two avid Jordan Peterson listeners. I was gonna go see Jordan Peterson live like 2 weeks ago.
Chill. Hold on. I don't.
Uh-oh, here he goes.
Oh, we got Arthur Crafts, really, huh?
Uh-oh.
He got Jordan Peterson's book.
Bro, I loved Jordan Peterson, okay? I got the 12 Rules for Life. I've watched every fucking show he's done, podcast. I used to be about Jordan Peterson.
It was as soon as he started shitting on trans people, huh?
To be fair, I haven't read this book. Mainly because
He had to show the book, but he hasn't read it yet.
just to show that like I spent money on this shit. I was like serious about it. I wanted to go see his shows, at least one of his lectures. I was very very interested in him. But I think when he got into what's fun?
I have this book.
I haven't read it, but
Oh my god, that was fucking classic.
But I had to be honest about it, okay? I'm not gonna come out here and be like, bro, I fucking hate this dude. I have his book, and then somebody's gonna be like, bro, read a passage. I'm like, listen, it's not that. Like I don't.
Bro,
hate
I'm
that.
Yeah,
just saying,
I
maybe if
secretly
you
love
read the
him.
book, you might like him a little bit more.
No. The thing is
I want to hear why you don't like him. I
Yeah.
really want to hear why you don't like him.
I
Is it over a course of time or like one instant thing made you not like him?
No. It was over the course of time. I think originally what I loved about him was, and I think I love this about like people in maybe politics is the wrong word, but just like people who are in the center of things, I think are very, very interesting and typically are correct about things. I think when you have like a really strong idea either way, whether it be left, right, whether it be religious, non-religious, I feel like it has to be wrong because you've taken so many things and just thought like this one thing pertains to everything, whether it be like politically, biblically, or I mean religiously or whatever the case may be. But Jordan Peterson was like pretty center, I feel like, maybe a little right leaning, but for the most part, what interests me so much was one, his psychology and the fact that he was so big in behavioral psychology and like breaking down stories into psychological terms. And he did that a lot with the Bible, which I was very, very interested in. I loved his fucking, I think he did.
Psychologist that does that too.
I think he did Exodus. I think the way he broke it down was so well done. I thought it was like so well read. He had done different things. But then once he got into like the political sphere, it felt like such like a weird, like, fuck, he's gone. Like he's not going to talk about like the biblical stuff. He feels like he's always talking about like the trans agenda when he's talking about shit, when he's talking about like the leftists and their agenda. It's just like, damn, bro, we really lost a really good proponent for like biblical storytelling to a political ideology or like a political movement, and that fucking sucks. And now I just like can't rock with it.
Don't you think that there's some truth behind what he's actually saying though? If you thought so highly of him when he came across the biblical sense, in a religious sense, like obviously you knew that he was speaking facts, right?
I think you can be very intelligent in certain arenas and be absolutely wrong in others. I don't think it's
he's
like
wrong
broad.
I want to hear what you think he's wrong.
Like I said, I think for the most part, and I should have done this on its own separate podcast because I'd have to do more.
Now
I'd have to do.
We'll double back, dude.
I'd have to do a little bit more.
Got two hyenas backing you into a corner right now.
Let me see.
I'm listening.
I want to hear what you think that he's wrong about.
Hold on.
Okay, I'll preface then. Okay, what I think, and I don't think there's anything wrong with what Jordan Peterson says at all. I think everything that he says it the right way on purpose. And the issue is how people hear him and what people think about when they hear him. And the way that I don't want to say these people, but the way that certain people listen to things, they immediately listen. They immediately are only listening for something that they disagree with, and then tune everything
Mm,
else out. So as soon as he
absolutely.
says something that they don't like, they stop listening. And he basically is saying like, I don't give a fuck what you do. You could do whatever the fuck you want to do. Go be happy. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. Believe you are who you believe you are. Do whatever the fuck you want to. But don't make it affect me. Don't make it affect me. And here, okay, so here's the perfect. I'll give you a perfect example. It just happened today. Okay, because I am very behind what Jordan Peterson says, and I agree with him a lot on this scenario and what's going on in the world right now. My son's mom texted me today, and she's very, I want to say, left on this side of things, right? Like, oh yeah, let's give people their rights. Let's do this. Let's do that.
Mhm.
And I'm with it. Give people their rights, but don't let it affect. Like, let's not let it affect everybody else's rights and way of living too. So my son's mom texted me today. She said, I went to go buy your son some clothes today, and all these boy clothes are very feminine. Very feminine, right? Like there was like t-shirts with dinosaurs and like flowers around their eyes and shit. And she's like, what the fuck? Like, why can't I just go buy regular ass boy clothes?
Mhm.
I've looked at 2 or 3 different stores. I can't buy regular fucking boy clothes. And I said, this is a society that we live in now. Like there is no split anymore between boy clothes and girl clothes. It's very difficult to find now.
Where you're
So
going,
go ahead.
I was gonna say what you're going into is gonna lead right into what you wanted to talk about originally.
I know it is, and I'm kind of mad about it, but
We don't have to. So like, the
no,
thing-
we're already there. We've already.
I was
the
gonna say we
train,
don't-
the train has taken off.
We're in it to
no,
win
but
it.
the thing is that. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, what were you to say? Go ahead. I want to hear what you. I was just talking like this while you were finding what the fuck you wanted to talk
The thing
about.
is like I think maybe I came in a little too strong. But the thing is like mostly because I'm not well versed enough into everything he said since because I've lost so much track of it. And like I said, it's over time. Like I'm telling you, I was heavy in his content. I was watching everything, rewatching everything. Joe Rogan was the fucking anytime I had a 3-hour clip of fucking Jordan Peterson, I was on it. I watched all of his series for the biblicals. So it was just really disheartening when like it kind of went right.
Was it
Not
because it was no
necessarily,
longer something that you were interested in.
no, it just felt like it was a weird arena to jump into, feeling like you've gone from a position of not necessarily political gain to then jumping into that kind of arena. It was more like you were in a society ring and you were trying to kind of bridge the gap between like religious people who kind of grew up and like it's speaking directly I guess to me because I grew up with like very religious grandparents. I was told to go to church a lot. None of this shit made sense to me. The first time I felt like I could call myself a Christian was when I found Jordan Peterson. And that's why I think it hurt so much to be like, fuck, bro, like we lost him, lost in the sauce of this political bullshit
Listen to what you just said though. Like you said, it went from. Oh, fuck! I wish I could rewind what you just said because I had it. I want to say it verbatim. You said something along the lines of it went from like him speaking about what he knew and how it what he was talking about, right? The biblical shit and how it related to society. But that's exactly what he's doing right now. He's not talking about strictly just politics. He's talking about how it's affecting society, which is a huge deal.
But that's a completely different. It's like if Neil deGrasse Tyson, the dude who knows shit about fucking science, went into the political sphere, and you were like, "Fuck, I really liked when he did scientific content. It was so engaging, it was so good. I understood it, and there's just nobody who can kind of convert that type of complex language into digestible pieces like he could. It's like the same thing, and those relationships between the two, although like maybe might be a little bit similar, they're like completely different. Like societally, how the Bible and religious things are being interpreted in society is way different than politically and socially, like how those have
But
relations.
I mean, I'm sure his biblical standpoint on it kind of equates back to why he feels that way and where it leads into the political atmosphere of that.
Okay, let's
I don't
fucking
think
address
so.
the
I
monkey
don't
in the
think so.
goddamn room. Okay, he has gotten very political because they have came after his practice, right? The nation of Canada has came after his practice.
But this, it has
like he
it's been like that though. Like he's been this political kind of figure for a minute now.
so but dial it back, right? So over maybe like the past 2 or 3 years, I'm gonna say
Yeah,
it.
it's been longer than that, but
I'm gonna say it. Over the last 2 to 3 years, maybe 4 years, right? The
we about to
LGBT
get canceled.
Oh
We about to
no,
get
bro.
canceled.
they kind of came after him, right? Whether his opinions are correct or not, I don't know. That's not the content I'm here for. And so I can understand where you're like, you know what, I really don't like listening to him anymore because every clip I've seen of him recently has been very politically charged. You know what I mean? And when you add a few years of going through the questions of this, going through the questions of that, and then now your practice is being questioned, your profession, something where you're like written and decorated in, like, you know what I mean, is now coming under scrutiny because of these people who just don't agree. I don't mean to call you these people, but these people who don't agree with what I'm saying, like just because we have a disagreement, you know what I mean? But the whole like I know he got very into like the Bible around the time he had his like addiction issues and shit. And so
No, he had been in that. He'd been in like and the addiction stuff, like getting off of, I think it was benzodiazepine.
yeah,
He got off of that.
Xanax.
He got
Xanax.
he got off of that, but he had already been done with the political with the biblical stuff. So he'd been in his addiction and shit like that.
So do you not? Are you saying that you don't agree with anything that he's saying?
The thing is,
you just don't like
not-
it.
The thing is it's that I'm not a fan of what he's become. And the thing is like, it's not even the political aspect because I will get, I like content creators who are politically charged, but that have a grounds for what they believe in. And I don't necessarily know if Jordan Peterson has a good grounds on what he believes in. I think he's very, very, very articulate. So to a lot, like, I think sometimes like even just watching him, I'm like, oh shit, like it makes so much sense why he believes in this shit because I think he can say it really, really well. And this is where it gets confusing because saying it really, really well doesn't necessarily mean you have good basis in believing in what you do. And it can make it way more dangerous because people who are not as verbally or like as articulate able to combat your points as well. And I think like the biggest thing that I like always draw back to when I think of like what's happened and how he's kind of like, to me, lost the plot a little bit. There's this biblical like portion of there's a portion of the Bible that he talks about that a lot of people think that, let me word this correctly, hold on. There's a part of the Bible where a lot of people link to that a lot of people link to when they talk about like God doesn't like gay people, right? I forget exactly the story, but I remember exactly how he broke this down. He's like, a lot of people read this as God not liking gay people and the Bible kind of outlining this. He's like, but I don't think that's what it is at all. I don't think it has anything to do with gay people. He's like, I think the idea at its basis is how do you treat strange things? How do you treat out of the norm things? And what I think is so weird about that and so like telling is that it feels like he's able to say that in one aspect of his life when he was going through all the biblical stuff of like, how do you treat the strange when you encounter it in the world? And the biblical story, I believe, the way that it was handled was there was a stranger who came up to basically a doorstep, and the challenge was, how are you going to deal with this? Are you going to let them in, feed them? Are you going to nourish them? Even though you don't know them, they're strangers to you, and it might be from an outcast kind of area. How are you going to treat them? And if treated well, it could be a good thing. I think his position now, what's been reflected is the way that he treats the strange thing, aka different political ideas that he might be against, is very harsh, very, I don't feel like very nuanced. I don't, but also to be fair, like I said, I haven't watched like as heavy as I used to in him, so I could get that read wrong.
Okay, this is where I'm going to tell you why you're wrong. So, I mean, that was a perfect example that you just gave, right? Like the Strange. What are you going to do? You're going to come, bring them in, nourish them, do all this stuff. Great, perfect example. Like, we're just gonna fucking start addressing it as it is. Okay, we're talking about fucking trans people and how Jordan Peterson just does not like political, like in the government. He doesn't. His main thing is he does not want his speech to be changed.
Yes.
He does
Yes.
not want that. That is his main point.
Sure.
He does not want his speech to be changed,
Mhm.
which nobody does, right? Like I don't want to learn how
You
to
will
how to
not change
fucking
the way that I speak.
like we live in, and he's mainly talking about Canada, because Canada does have speech laws in certain
Yes.
areas,
Yes.
but he's
God
also
bless
talking
the
about
USA, baby.
he's also talking about the United States of America, how in the United States of America there should be no speech laws at all,
And it's
right?
starting to get
And
there.
it's starting to get to the
It's
point
starting to
where,
get there.
especially because people are thinking that if you quote unquote misgender somebody or something like that, that it could be considered a hate crime, which is absolute bullshit. It's not. So the strange thing, I'm not saying trans people are strange, okay? This is in context. But the strange thing that he's talking about is trans. Now the point is, do we want to bring them in and nourish them? Absolutely. You can be whoever the fuck you want, do whatever the fuck you want, and be happy. He's not saying don't do that. Now what he's saying is, if you're gonna fight for laws to change the way that I have to address you, that's bullshit. I'm not nourishing that, because now you're stepping on my toes. And that's where the conflict comes in, right? Like, you want me to do what you want me to do, but why won't you do what I want you to do? Like that, there's a give
Absolutely.
and take in that situation. So
Mhm.
if all these people, that's why I always say, bro, I've said it so many times before, and I've said this in a podcast with Corpse one time. Like, all those people demanding for equality will not give the same equality back to people, and that's
That they're
fucking
expecting.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like don't do that. That's where the issue lies around this whole thing, right? Like everybody wants to be fair. Everybody thinks that, like, just because you're soft on other people, it does not make you fair. So
Mhm.
when you have a voice and you're speaking out and you're saying, "Hey, look, I respect you enough to let you do whatever the fuck you want to do. If you want to go pretend to be somebody over here, or you feel that this is who you are, go ahead, do that. Feel that way, but stop pressing that shit on me. Like, don't make me say the shit that you want me to say, because I'm not making you say the shit that you want me to say. Like, think about it. If I disagree with trans, right? Like, if I genuinely believe that people of the trans community were fucking cuckoo, and they were like, well, you have to call me, you have to say, if I'm a boy and I think that I'm a girl, you have to call me a girl now. And I said, well, no, I don't. Like, why do I have to do that? You have to allow me to call you whatever the fuck I want to call you.
Mhm.
Like, that's literally asking the same thing, and that's where the heads butt. And that's why it's become such a political thing, because left says, yes, we do want to give these people more rights. Where, like, I don't see how making somebody call you a different thing is a right. Like, you're giving them a right, but you're taking away a right. You know what I mean? Like, that's not
Yeah.
how it works.
Yeah.
There's no give and take. But there's so many other things in the world that have been taken away from people that I think are unfair as well. Like, we're not. It's not just that that's unfair, and I think that that's where people misconstrue this type of shit, where it's like, oh, there's a political agenda behind it and this and that. The only political agenda behind it is, I'm not gonna say the shit that you want me to say just because you want me to say it.
Yeah.
Especially when I've had the right my whole life to say whatever the fuck I want to say. If you can do whatever the fuck you want to do, why can't I say whatever the fuck I want to say without being called wrong? If I call you
Now-
wrong, you can call me wrong.
Now,
It doesn't work like that.
to the
Sure.
defense, right? It's like I can understand where people are like, you now, like, you went from this gentle person to very harsh and very, like, kind of like sticking to your guns and boom boom boom. And I put the blame on both parties with that one. You know what I mean? Because sure, Jordan had a certain perspective or stance on a topic, and when met with opposition, and enough opposition, they got him to, like, kind of like break his character. You know what I mean? And that sucks, and that's a lack of professionalism on his side. And I don't think that people should, like, and not to say I could do the job any better. That's why I don't do that job. Like, you know what I mean? That's why I podcast and smoke weed, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So that you handle that, champ. And I just think that people ought to, like, when you're looking at these nuanced ideas, unless you can refute his idea with 100% conclusive evidence, he has the right to say what he wants. Like, you get what I'm saying? Because you cannot disprove it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say too. Is like it's not that what he's saying is not fact. Like he's fighting opinions with actual facts, and then they're being fought against with opinion. Oh, that's what I was gonna touch back on what you said. Like they're just because of how smart he sounds. Like you said, he's not giving grounds to like talk to people that have a like reputable response or a opinion to fire back on him. But how can you fire back with an opinion if I'm spitting facts?
I think there's a lot said. Hold on. The thing is like I understand the freedom of speech aspect to some degree, right? There's always like a fear of like, are we going to lose our freedom of speech? This and whatever. I think it's been a topic of debate for probably the better half of like 2 years now. More than that,
I would say a little bit longer. Yeah.
Probably a little bit longer. But what we're really talking about at the end of the day is free speech on the internet. That's what we're talking about. Because no law is being passed on whether or not you could say certain things in real life. There's just
there
no.
Is. Yes, there is.
The only thing that you can
Jordan Peterson even. Nope, fuck no. Jordan Peterson even talks about it. How at his college campus,
yes,
they are trying to pat. Yeah, okay. So you know what
I'm talking. Yes, you're talking. There was that's kind of his original thing, like claim to fame. It was Bill C-16. That was the bill in Canada. And that was his original kind of like thing. I know where like I kind of like I know we're talking about it in the sense that's first Canadian law, but also in America, as far as I've been able to tell, there's like nothing that even come close to anything like that. Like we have certain areas where we can and can't say things already, where like the work environment, like obviously there's appropriate, not appropriate things to say, but nothing illegal has been like conveyed to the public as far as like you can no longer say this thing or say these things or whatever. I know that there's ideas of like hate speech and things like that, but as far as like when we talk about freedom of speech, we're talking about it on the internet for the most part. Like that's what we're talking about.
I mean, I would disagree with that, but I see where you're coming from on that aspect.
I don't know where you would disagree though. Like where can you point to in America that would be like they're taking away our freedom of speech in this aspect?
Because even on the internet is where it starts, right? And the reason why I like that they're doing the subscription levels like on Twitter, because now I can say what the fuck I want because I pay you.
No, but even in that, right? Like in real life, from a political standpoint, you have to be cautious of what you say as well.
To an extent, yeah.
Even in a work like think about work now. Like I'm not saying it in a bad way, but the trans community now has a hand in that as well. Not saying it's a bad thing at all. I'm not, because it's inclusive, right? But like handbooks have had to change. So if those things change, like it only goes to the next level after that, right? Like think about it like this. And I love this, right? Like the fact that homosexual people can get married in certain states now is huge.
Love it. Yeah.
Right? And that's a right that everybody should have. But Absolutely. If that's progressed, who's to say that the negative can't progress?
Well, I need to clarify what's the negative. What does that mean?
Loss of speech.
What? But that's what I'm saying. Like, what can you point to in America in real, like in our day to day, that you can say this is a very big
lawfully nothing, societally a lot.
That's way different though, because the argument is we're scared of our freedom of speech being impeached legally, and there's nothing that we could point to, right?
Well, so there's stuff that's said on the internet where people have lost jobs,
and that's completely a different thing. I think one, internet wise, is nothing like we've never dealt with the internet ever before in history of time ever.
Correct.
Absolutely. I love this point.
And the fact that we feel like the internet should reflect real life is a bit dangerous, I think, because one, there's there's an element of like virality that our voice has never had to reach more people than ever before, right? And can affect more people than ever before. We can create mobs in an instant. We can create movements in an instant. And it's not like we can just say whatever the fuck we want out the window and nobody and like 3 people are going to hear. You know what I mean? It's not the same effect. So we have to be very careful on what we can and can't say. So it's almost like it's bordering this like weird line where we've never seen like the carefulness of maybe like a job to the effect of like wanting it to be as free as real life. Like we kind of want both and have like you kind of want your cake and eat it too. I think there's
work and life are different in my opinion.
Let me say this.
There's always ground rules at work.
In terms of carefulness, in terms of like you got to kind of be careful what you're saying here because one is like permanent. It's like you know what people say, like once it's on the internet, it's never coming down.
Correct.
Especially the wrong thing.
And that's
the wrong thing in whose eyes?
See, the thing is, bro,
maybe even in your eyes, like it,
bro. If I'm losing a job, let's say this: if I'm losing a job over something that I said on Twitter or posted on Instagram, depending to certain limitations, right?
Yeah.
Then my God-given right to the freedom of speech should be protected because those rights stand above any right provided to me anywhere on any level, whether it's in this state, in this country, or on the fucking internet. Now, yes, we are able to distribute information and get our voices out to a place like we've never been able to do before. But bro, they did that in the fucking American Revolution. Motherfuckers was standing on fucking apple crates screaming at the top of their lungs. Like, you know what I mean? And then the GOAT, and I don't mean this in the I don't mean this in a bad way, but the GOAT of fucking evil, wicked speeches was like one of the first people to ever touch a microphone. Right? Like Hitler, bro.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Hitler.
Oh, okay.
You just called Hitler the GOAT.
I know, bro. I thought you were going to say Kanye. I was like, what?
Bro, when it comes to evil men who've perpetrated like wild speeches, like you just see them
I don't know.
rallying
You might
the
want
troops.
to. You might want to backtrack real quick and fucking.
I seen
and
it on
fix how you said that.
No, dude, I was watching it on a fucking Joe Rogan episode, dude. They were like pulling up like Mussolini and all these people. Because, I mean, bro, really, when you think about it, they were the first people to touch fucking microphones at that level. You know what I mean? And they rallied people wild. So this is just the next evolution of what our... Yes, we got to be careful, right? Yes, we have to be careful with what we say. Yes, we cannot incite violence and all these things. But those are the same rules. Those are the same rules we abided by when it was apple crates. You get what I'm saying? It was the same rules then. Yes, people broke rules, and we saw what that could lead to. Look at Hitler, look at Mussolini, look at Mao and Stalin. Look at these wicked fucking men who did wicked things. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And that's the issue, right? It's like, I get it that if your job sees something on your Twitter or your Instagram that they don't like, you can get fired for that because your job is like, hey, I don't want somebody like you working for me, which I can understand. That's fair, right? Like, but in the same sense, I feel like that's opinion based. I mean, look at everything that happened with what's the old boy's name from the NBA?
I don't know.
John Morant.
No, not
Kyrie
John
Irving.
Morant. Kyrie Irving. Look at everything that happened with Kyrie Irving, right? To me, that was absolute bullshit. And do you know what I'm talking about, Damien?
No.
Okay, so what happened was there was like this anti-Semitic. It wasn't even anti-Semitic. It was this documentary that was on Amazon that they did say like anti-Semitic shit in the movie, but it was like more so the background of Yahweh, like Jesus and shit like that, right? And so who the fuck was it? Who was
Kyrie
it?
Irving.
Kyrie Irving. I was gonna say Kawhi Leonard. So Kyrie like tweeted out the movie and was like, he said something along the lines of, "Be careful what you're watching," or something along those lines, and it went viral. And the NBA was like, "Fuck this shit! Like that's anti-Semitic. You now, if you want to play in the NBA, you have to do this. You have to pay this fine. You have to go to this Jewish retreat type shit and do all this shit just because of that one tweet."
Go get
And, like,
circumcised.
Yeah, and like to me, I feel like that's low key. That's bullshit because that was opinion based. People thought that he was being anti-Semitic when all he did was like, yo, be careful what you're watching on these platforms. And then people were like, oh, well, you fucking tweeted the movie, so you're advertising it and this, that, and the other. Like, to me, that's
Oh, I
bullshit.
see, okay.
To me, that's
So
absolute
yeah, and
bullshit.
so to bring it back, like for Jordan Peterson to have a certain level of reach or whatever
Oh.
is not that's no fault of his own. You know what I mean? And if people are vibing with what he's saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's some stuff he misses me. Like, bro, this is just too much. Like, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of stuff I like.
agree.
You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
think
I was gonna say yeah. Go. Sorry.
and I just think that like he has been I do agree, like he has been hijacked on some things where I feel like he's not operating in the same space in which he once was, and it's okay, like work that out, Playboy, like, you know what I mean. But for the most part, like I don't know, I'm not like a huge fan, but I do like Jordan Peterson.
I
I
used to
fuck with
love
Jordan
him,
Peterson.
yeah.
Okay,
I
so
used-
speaking on the trans topic, there was a viral clip. Since we're talking about trans and internet, go ahead. What are you gonna say?
I was just gonna say real quick before we move off Jordan Peterson too much. I think mainly like there are some things that I disagree with him with, obviously, and I think the content that you watch obviously is going to like direct your opinion in a lot of ways because you're kind of watching all this stuff, you're intaking everything, and you're kind of trying to see where it applies in your own life, especially when it comes to like life advice or like political advice or whatever. You're trying to get more informed with things. But there, I don't know, there's just like something about the way he was so well thought out in so many different things that makes it, I don't know, really kind of, I don't know, maybe just sad. I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Well, I think here's
more research on it.
Yeah, here's the issue that I think is coming to fruition in what I'm hearing you say is that like once you started hearing him say these types of things, you were kind of like X'd out, right? Like a loyal follower who, well, maybe not X'd out, but just kind of like, I don't know if I really agree with the shit that you're saying. But also coming from a viewer who you just said, if you saw something on him that was 3 hours long, you'd watch it. And that's the issue with the internet now, right? Is like there's no context behind a lot of shit because we have Reels, we have TikToks, we have Facebook Shorts, we have YouTube Shorts, all these shit, right? Which is literally a 15 to 30-second hit of what somebody's saying with no context. And that's what I think is the biggest issue in a lot of these scenarios is the fact that you're not watching the full context of what's going on. You're just hearing a small snippet and you're able to interpret it however you want. Now, if you heard the full conversation, you're like, okay, well, here's the context. Here's what he's really fucking saying. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's another issue, especially with Jordan Peterson becoming as big as he is now. It's like, oh, there's no context behind what he's saying. He's just a fucking dickhead and doesn't want people to live their lives the way that they want to, which is the complete opposite of that. That's what I think is another huge issue.
But I think that's fair criticism if I were to watch clips, right? Like, but I don't watch clips of this guy. The only like clips that I've ever like, oh no, is he gonna go piss? Oh my god, bro, I just gave him props because he's never pissed an episode.
Oh, he had to go.
Sorry. So like I think it's fair to say if I were to watch clips, the only type of clips I used to watch of this dude was the inspirational like biblical portion. Like, dude, I was in it. But the thing is not necessarily what he said, maybe that like turned me off of everything. It felt like he went from this really well thought out, super articulate, very like meticulous dude to somebody who is like willing to not say anything, but just like be a lot less thought-provoking with his positions and not necessarily give the fair grounds to whether it be the left or like the agendas that they think that they might have, using vocabulary like the leftist agenda, like the like attributing such negative connotations to position it to where it's like, I am saying things that are truthful. These people have an agenda. You should trust me. Is like where I got very turned off from things, because I don't think as somebody who is a well-articulate and well-versed person on a subject should ever position an opinion in that sort of light, because at the end of the day, the audience should have enough information on both sides to come away from it understanding both and coming to their own conclusion.
But it's his job to do that. It's his job to give both sides.
It's his job to position his opinion and his viewpoints in a way that's because we're on the internet, entertaining, educational, and thought-provoking, as well as not necessarily putting down the other side in such a way that defaults him as the good guy. I think that sort of vocabulary, like the leftist agenda, the people on the left, it's like it's super divisive.
But he's not lying about that though.
But the thing is like if the thing is like saying that you already have a negative connotation to where they're giving you the thoughts that you should think in this day and age. I'm giving you the real truth, the unbiased truth. I'm the guy. Like that's just disingenuous to me.
Almost
I
like
get-
a
I get
call
what
to
you're saying.
arms, almost type of
Almost
thing.
like
I
a yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what
And
you're
it's
saying.
it's so sad to me to see that type of individual who was super like good. I was just saying I gave you props for never pissing an episode and you left me, bro. What's good?
Oh, dude, yeah. I was like,
I gotta piss, but I want to bring up this fucking clip, right? Because it went dumb viral.
Sure.
I don't know the name of the podcast, but there was this. It's like they normally do like a panel of girls and a panel of men, right? Like, and I think there was a question asked that was like, would you rather sleep with a grandma or would you rather sleep with a transgender woman or something like that?
ooh,
Do you guys have you guys seen this clip?
I saw this.
no.
Okay, so you guys, okay, the clip it went like extremely viral last week, and I was like, oh fuck. I was telling Zero like I kind of want to low key bring these types of topics up tonight, but I wanted to keep it uncancelable. But fuck, we're already here.
Dude,
So
who cares? Let's do it.
so the guy responds, "I'd rather have sex with the grandma because I'm not homosexual. Like at least if I'm not I'm not gonna be gay or some shit like that."
Sure.
Mhm.
And the girl like goes off and calls him transphobic and all this shit and was like, "You're a piece of shit," blah 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 blah. And I watched that clip and I'm like, "What the fuck? Like why? Like why is this girl tripping on him like that?" He did not say anything transphobic. He did not say, because let's be real here. People throw racist, transphobic, all these other. They throw them very loosely now. Like what the this is the type of mindset that people are starting to have now. Just because you agree with something, it makes you against a whole fucking like I'm sure people could clip portions of what you and I are saying tonight. Not Zero because he's been very PC, but
Have I? I feel like I.
no, I'm just fucking.
Oh,
with you.
I was like, what? I feel like
They can
I
pull
haven't.
clips. They can pull clips of what any of us are saying tonight. Clip it, a small clip, put it on TikTok, and people would immediately call us transphobic or whatever the fuck.
That's okay because it would be the best thing for this show. Okay, we get
Dude, it would
fucking
blow it out the fucking
facts.
water, bro.
okay? Somebody fucking clip it. Call us transphobic. Okay.
But like, do you think as somebody that is not very happy with what Jordan Peterson says, do you think that what he said was transphobic
I don't think anything he's
or homophobic?
I don't think anything he said is either of those. I don't think anything he said is the thing is actually to just kind of wrap this whole Jordan Peterson. I'm sad about where he was as an individual to who he is now.
No, I love
in
Jordan
his
Peterson.
in his terms of speaking and his thought process of everything, or at least how he displays it on the internet. It's sad to me to see that. But other than that, I don't think he's transphobic. I don't think he's homophobic. I think he just has a weird way of expressing all of this shit. And he like spams fucking Twitter, bro. He like
No, I'm talking about the guy in that clip. I'm not talking about. Jordan
Oh
Peterson.
no!
I'm talking about that
I
guy in
think-
the clip.
I think it sucks, bro, because I feel like with this whole like trans stuff, I don't think you can have like a preference. It's automatically transphobic. Like, bro, it's not. I'm just not into it. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, there's plenty of other
Yeah.
people who are into it. It's fine. Like,
And he even went on to say later on, he was like, "Dude, you can do and be whoever the fuck you want,
yeah,
but I'm not gonna fuck you."
yeah.
Like.
Based.
Yeah, so it does it make
It's
me
fine.
heterophobic if there's a girl that I don't want to have sex with?
That does make you heterophobic, by the way.
I'm just asking because if I wouldn't have sex with a man,
Yeah, like I've heard
Does that
that.
make me
I've heard
homophobic?
this. I've heard that thing a lot, right? Like, oh, so you'd have sex with a woman, but you wouldn't have sex with a trans woman? Like, no,
No,
I wouldn't.
It's not the same.
it's not the same.
Why is it not the same? They're both women.
It's
Zero.
like no, but I know.
Ah!
But the thing,
Both
it's not.
women. Zero.
No. How did Dave Chappelle say it? He goes, "There's like beef, and then there's
What are you about to say?
plant-based beef.
What the fuck? dog?
They're both beef, but one's just not the same. So I believe you. Like, you know what I mean? You're like, you got it. I believe you. I don't want it. That's not on the menu for tonight. I'm just
Sure.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
That's a funny way of putting it, but yeah.
I think I don't know. I think the word is so weird because it's like to have a phobia is to be afraid of it. You know what I mean? So I think they just got to find a better word if you're going to try to say to try to label me, because there's nothing about you that scares me. Your existence does not scare me. It does not threaten me. I feel safe when I'm around you. I do not believe you want to rape me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's
Yeah.
nothing about you that scares me, fam. I just don't. Like,
Yeah.
you know what
Well,
I
I
mean?
think well, they use it in like a more hateful term, right? Like homophobic or transphobic means that you just hate the thing.
Yeah.
It's not.
then-
I don't know why it turned into that, but yeah. But if you're
Well,
arachnophobic, you're scared of spiders.
You're scared of spiders, but if you're
What?
transphobic, it means you hate them and you want them to
Yeah.
die. And it's like,
It's like
that's not what I
racist.
want.
Yeah, racist means like you think that your race is superior, which is that's a whole completely different topic that I
That's
do
another
not
podcast.
want to get into right now.
That's another podcast.
And honestly, that if we ever get into that topic right there about the racist comments and shit like that, I will for sure get canceled. 100%.
Mhm.
Like
Oh, yeah.
100%, I will get
spam the N word or like why?
No. It's just like my beliefs on how all that works and the leftist agenda, and just like
See, I gotta
the way
say
that
like,
just because we have been talking about it, but like my whole
I'm just
belief on the racist topic is, I mean, just to preface it, you guys know I'm very fair when it comes to everything, right? Like,
Mhm.
and I believe if one group of people is allowed to say shit, every group of people is allowed to say that shit.
no.
So I mean, but going back to voices and like groups of people, I like my fucking one of my great friends who I've known my whole life, my landlord who lived in this house with his trans wife, like can even attest that the advocates for these groups are not even part of these groups.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And like the biggest thing that I can attest to is like the whole Latinx movement. I'm fucking Mexican as shit. I will never refer to myself as Latinx, and I will never let anybody refer to me as Latinx. Like I feel like that's absolute bullshit, and I think it takes away from our roots of as Hispanics and Latinos. Like, don't call me Latinx. That I feel like that was an agenda that was moved by certain people I won't mention because Damien doesn't want me to
talking
list
about
the
white people?
agendas. I wouldn't even say white people. I would just
Oh,
say
okay.
people on the left.
A lot of people say white people.
I don't think it's any race in particular that has created that, because there's definitely Hispanics and Latinos that say Latinx, but they're definitely more one-sided than the other. Don't call me Latinx. I hate that.
Sure. Okay.
I hate that.
That's fair. I really have to piss. I wanted to hold on. Give me a second.
Oh, bro, I don't think Zero knows what he's getting himself into. If we're
Bro,
gonna
it's
talk
about to be a
about some of the
doozy.
shit that if in some of these upcoming podcasts, because right, like we're all out of it when it comes to whose week it is to decide, and we are just the bystanders on as far as like, damn, that was a fast ass piss. But like, if for some reason like 1 week you decide, did you piss already?
No, the bathroom is being occupied right now, so I gotta wait.
I was just telling
Sure.
corporate. I was telling corporate now that I don't think you know what you've gotten yourself into, in the sense of like based off of, because honestly I feel like we're gonna get into very uncomfortable topics at some point, right?
Mhm.
Because we've kind of made this like roulette of 1 week it's this person, next week
Somebody
it's this
else.
person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like next week it's Corpse, and whatever the fuck he brings to the table, it's like, well, we know that we have 2 hours, and we're gonna sit here and fucking talk about it, no matter how uncomfortable it fucking gets.
Yeah.
Or like even when it comes to you, I mean, I know that you like to stand on the side of not being uncomfortable, but like even if whatever you bring up gets to an uncomfortable standpoint, it's like we're gonna sit here and because we know we got to sit here for at least 2 hours and chat about shit. So
Yeah.
like I even just bringing up that shit, like the fairness in races and races and not racist races and stuff like that. Like I know that at some point that conversation will come up, and we're gonna have a very uncomfortable conversation about that.
The
Yeah.
the thing that I'm most concerned about, and the reason I think I try to be a little bit more reserved, isn't because I have two things to say. I have like three things to say. Hold on, sorry. I'm not necessarily afraid to say anything because of like the way that people will because I seriously think that like I should be careful. It's because I think I'm like super receptive to like hearing people like you guys can say the most wild shit, and I won't necessarily attribute that like you believe everything you say wholeheartedly, right?
Mhm.
There's certain things that I'm
Really?
like, yeah, you could say like you could say some wild shit, and I'd be like, I could like depending on how you lay shit out, I could be like, I see where you're coming from. Do I believe it? Like, no, probably not because of the way that you like said it or like just what it is. You could say some wild shit, and I'll be like, I don't agree with you, but like, I
Yeah,
kind of
but
see
that's
where
not
you're
what you
coming
just said though.
as far as
You,
what.
you just said that in a sense you don't believe that we believe it wholeheartedly.
No, I don't believe it. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay. Because you said,
Um,
yeah, you said that I don't think you believe it wholeheartedly. Is it what you just said?
oh, did I say that? Oh,
Yeah.
apologies. I just meant that like I don't believe it necessarily.
Mm.
And I don't like attribute that you believe this wholeheartedly. Like in my head, everybody can kind of be swayed in a position if given enough evidence.
Yes.
But not
Yeah.
necessarily all the time. I think sometimes there are ideas that are too baked in there that it just can't be moved. I don't think I have too many of those ideas. Given enough time, I feel like I could be moved on most things, given enough evidence and everything like that. Um, but um, but I think also back on like the trans stuff, I guess kind of. It was just like I feel like we always have to like take into account that there's so many voices on the internet now that like it's still not the majority of people. Like we don't meet these people in the
Mhm.
streets. We don't work with these people at work.
Stop saying these people are gonna get canceled.
These people, no,
Do it.
not trans people. I'm talking about the people who get outraged about trans stuff and stuff like
Oh,
that.
so you can call them these people, but you can't call everybody else.
Who are you talking about? Now I don't know who these people are. I'm talking about the people who get outraged on the internet. Like we don't
Okay.
see these people, those people.
Because they don't
Out and
exist
about.
anywhere but on the internet.
They're like terminally
For the most part.
online. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still,
There's a syndrome
I
for
still
that.
think that there's a level of acceptance that we gotta have, right? I believe it wholeheartedly. Like, gotta have acceptance.
Punch
Gotta
is
be.
so he's so lit right now.
Dude, I'm high as fuck.
Are you?
Oh yeah.
This is how the podcast always ends, bro. The corpse is just fucking zooted.
Bro, like you got like I'm just saying, man. Like we all gotta be cool. Like we gotta be cool.
We
We,
have
gotta be like,
Go ahead.
like if people are wanting me to respect the way that they're moving, that's cool. As long as you aren't impeding on my life, bro, or trying to change up the things that protect my way of life, then we straight. You know
Oh,
what I
you
mean?
talking about guns?
I'm talking about it. All of it.
Oh,
All of that
no, we
shit.
can't talk about guns right now. There's something that just happened, and that will be a whole new conversation.
That needs to be talked about though, for sure. But I know what you're talking about. I was watching some videos, man. It's fucking nuts. But no, I
No,
just
I agree
like
with you. Yeah, respect has to be given both ways.
absolutely, bro. And like
Every
just like
way, actually.
my ability to marry somebody should not affect your ability to marry somebody. So I think we're fair on that,
Facts.
right?
Mhm.
And if you want to look at me and say, "Ew, your dick is gross," then I should be able to say, "Well, that's gross." Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Why the
and
fuck you have to say dick though?
like I don't know, like you know what I mean. But it's because they're talking about me, like you know what I mean. Like so, if they're telling me, "Oh, you got a little dick," then I should be able to talk about you too, bro. Like, and if you're talking about, "Oh, we want this, and that, and the third," I can guarantee it to you. But what promise are you making me in return? Because if in this trade-off, if I'm only losing and you're gaining, that's a problem. No, I'm not saying that's happening, right? But there is some maneuvers. It looks like being
Well, it's
trying
give
to
and
be
take,
made.
right?
Yeah, everything's going to be a little give and take, right? But you can't just keep getting without someone saying, "Hold on, let's pump the brakes a little bit," right?
But everybody's too scared to pump the brakes, dog.
Mm-mm,
Right now they are. Right now we live
mm-mm.
in a world where everybody's scared to pump the brakes,
Fuck that.
and the
Fuck
people
that.
that do say pump the brakes, they get stoned.
Hey, stone me, bro, player, because I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Like the whole thing about shit getting taught in school and all this. Like, bro, I barely believe in sex education. Barely. You can barely.
Oh,
Get
we
me
brought
in-
that up, didn't we? Yeah, we brought that.
I
I
think
think
we
we
have
brought
brought
that
that
up
up.
1 week. Yeah, we did. Like if you don't want like sexuality brought up in school, then why are you teaching sex ed? I think we touched on that.
Yeah. Like, then why are we teaching? Like, and they're like, oh,
My
well,
boy's wearing gray shorts. Look at him. Damn, dick dangling.
big dick
What
energy.
are you
show
talking
me your
about?
dick.
What is happening?
I'm gonna make a shirt that says "Show me your dick, Damien."
Thanks.
With his fucking face just right here on
Just
it.
sitting there.
Somebody get this man some corpse gear.
My guy. We'll get
What?
some too.
What do we end on? What is this?
We're ending on getting you some corpse gear, bro.
Let's go.
Yo,
This
I
is
do
probably
wanna
like the
shout
first
out.
shirt.
I do want to shout out that whoever you are on Twitch watching this the whole fucking time, I fuck with you, dog. Like, homie, hit me up.
Probably a bot viewer.
Hey, my one bot. I
Hey, Twitch
fuck
bot.
with you. I fuck
Hey,
with you.
Twitch
I-
bot.
Yeah, I just started a Twitch page for the broadcast, man. So it's like trying to put more stuff out there, get the show rolling.
Hey, all I want to say for Damien's community is I apologize that we bored Cat.
Oh no, he's good. He's a legend. I think it's super late for him too though. So I think he wanted to clock out early. He wasn't originally gonna even make it, so legend, you know?
Legendary.
All right. Well, in closing, I'm glad that we can all agree that we disagree on shit.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
so fucking healthy and necessary and beautiful. I love that. Like, it's not easy to find people. Like, I remember just recently. I think it was one of the last like podcasts that just Corpse and I just did, where we disagreed on a lot of shit. A lot.
Feminine and masculinity.
Yeah, the feminine masculine one. Yeah. We disagreed probably that whole podcast.
Mhm.
And like the fact that that people can still do that is so beautiful to me, and not lose a friendship or look at each other differently is so important.
Mhm.
So important. So I'm glad that we found a group that can do that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Zero is super analytical, bro. And I blame it on his toxic ex.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no, I do want to say, man, like, I've been meaning to text you guys in the chat and stuff, dude, but I've been swamped in some shit. But dude, I do like, dude, these have been good combos, man, and I hope that there's more stuff like this to pop up around, like just some people chatting it, disagreeing, debating it, and just next topic, like, you know what I mean? Like, no one's getting fucking so worked up or so out of shape, it's just like, oh, next topic. Like, bro, we started off with fucking success and
Ended on
Dude,
trans
yes.
rights.
What the fuck happened?
training.
Hey, and by the end of this podcast, like by the end of doing all these podcasts, I hope Modelo fucking sponsors me.
Dude, we need sponsorship. I'm a listener. For
sponsor me.
everybody listening, I'm a listener-supported podcast. Okay, I need y'all's help. I know I've said some ridiculous shit that's probably pissed you guys off, but this is my sales pitch. This is what we do on Tuesday. Please, help
We
me
should
out.
make. Oh, okay. So Soapy said we should make a Discord for the podcast.
That would be sick.
I'm gonna leave that up to Zero to make. Make us moderators. So we can,
Okay. I need
so
both
we
your
can-
Discords.
Do you not have my Discord? Okay, I'll text it to you.
What does the Discord?
Eh.
Do? What does the Discord do?
Oh,
It's just a separate,
oh, Corpse
like-
doesn't know about Discord. I forgot.
I don't.
So-
I don't.
Go ahead. D, you could explain it.
It's just another social media, but it's like a very private social media. Your like based core community goes there. they join the Discord. You can have different rooms, private rooms, public rooms. You can have like different areas, different like rooms for certain things. It's really cool.
Yeah,
But it's
so
for like
basically-
core shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically it's like a chat room, right? Where
Mhm,
it's
basically.
like, yeah, it's like say it's a place for all of us to bring all three of our communities in, whoever wants to join. And there'd be different sections. Like the name of the Discord would be the usual Tuesdays, right? And then there would be like latest podcast topics. And so if our communities wanted to go in there and mingle with each other and talk about this podcast, say in general, right? Like we could end the podcast and be like, hey, if you guys want to continue the conversation, you guys can go into the Discord and continue conversations. So we could go in there and chat with them too, and then they could chat, and then you have voice channels where everybody can hop into a voice channel, continue to talk there. We could have another room that's like upcoming topics where we discuss the topics that are going to be upcoming, or like where people from our community can come in and be like, hey, I'm really interested to see what you guys think about this topic, shit like that. So it's just basically like a whole all of our communities can come in, and it'd be basically like the usual Tuesdays community. New listeners can come in. You drop the Discord, they can come in, and yeah, bro, like Discord is the shit when it comes to that type of shit.
Ooh, I like that.
I mean,
like
I have
that.
a lot of friends that I wouldn't say a lot of friends, but I have definitely made some friends on Discord that I've never met that I check up on very frequently.
The Discord is cool.
Yeah, like Soapy. I check up on Soapy all the time. Yeah, bro. Discord is the shit. So this time next week we'll have a Discord.
Oh shit. Okay.
You act like it's hard, bro. All you gotta do is
No, it's
fucking
not- it's not
create a
hard.
new channel.
I'm,
Look me in that
yeah,
face.
it's
I
not
think
hard.
this might be a bad time to tell you guys I won't make it next Tuesday.
What?
Bro.
Why?
Boo.
You're fucking lying.
Are you
We're going to Disney.
lying?
You went to
on
Disneyland?
Tuesday? Bro, on usual Tuesdays?
Who the fuck goes to Disneyland on a Tuesday? Everybody boo this man.
Boo.
She's coming
Wait.
for her birthday, dude. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait, you're going to Disneyland with your girl?
It's not my
Whoa.
It's my
chill,
thing.
chill.
Is Elijah going?
It's my
Is Elijah
situation.
going? Is Elijah going?
No.
This is unacceptable. Your son's not even. Who the
He's got.
Hold on.
He's got
what
school.
kind of grown adult goes to fucking Disneyland for a date?
Disneyland's
Now-
a great.
Okay.
Corpse, I support you, okay?
First off, she
fuck
loves
that.
Disney. Okay.
I haven't been to Disneyland since I was 18 years old because there's no reason that a grown ass
Corpse,
man should be
don't
at
you ever
fucking
listen
Disneyland.
to Sarah's
Okay,
ever
no,
in your
fuck
life.
that.
She
Fuck
loves
that.
Disney.
That one
The-
take took me off the
last
deep
So,
end.
hey, guess what? Disney Plus, what is it? Like $15 a
Stop
month?
it,
Go
stop
sit
it,
down in the bed and
stop.
watch every fucking Disney movie you want to watch, bro.
Dude,
It's
what
not the
fuck?
same, bro.
Not
You
the
gotta be there. It's
same.
for them. You know what I mean? The last time I
Oh.
went was for my birthday, and I took my son.
Boom.
That's
and
different.
Yeah. Okay. So, but this
Maybe I'm just talking down on Disney because I'm low key jealous. My son is leaving to Florida on Thursday so he can go to fucking Disney World, and
Oh,
I'm not
dude,
gonna
Oh,
fucking be there.
okay, that's
Yes.
different.
Great,
Oh,
I'm
damn.
glad
He's
because
gonna
I'm not gonna
cry.
fucking be there, and I'm sad about it. All right.
It's
Oh,
all right. I remember
okay,
when I was a
Save.
hater too, dude.
Fuck.
oh wow, holy shit.
It's all right. I remember.
Nah, but I hope you have fun. But so what the fuck are we gonna do about next week?
We'll text about it.
We
I
talk
might, be
about
able,
it,
I
yeah.
might be able to make it. I might. I'll see if I can swing it.
Disney's not that far from you. Actually, Disney is just as far from you as it is from me. That's the crazy part
Mhm.
about it.
Let's go to Disney, motherfucker.
I ain't going to Disney, dog. What the fuck? I'm about to be
We'll
in New
both
York.
call. We'll both call out Tuesday. Okay. Me and Save. Take all
I'm
the
not
shit.
fucking
Take all the
going to New York.
podcasts.
I mean, I'm
here.
not going to
First
Disney.
IRL
Oh.
stream.
Damn, we're about to have an in real life Disney podcast.
That'd be wild.
Bro, I'll pack all my mics.
Hold on.
Wait, you're not serious. I was
I'll pack all my mics.
in order to
just
make
saying.
it. But what about the Wi-Fi? Wi-Fi might be dog shit.
Hotspots. Just
Fuck
saying,
it.
I got a MacBook.
Dude, I'm just saying, fuck it.
I haven't touched this
don't
MacBook in
have
a
to
year
go
and a
live.
half. I haven't even opened it.
Bro, I'm on the MacBook right now, baby.
That's what I'm saying. I got
Oh,
the
that's
MacBook.
really good quality. I didn't know
My
that.
MacBook?
The,
Oh, on the MacBook? Yeah, it's fine.
yeah.
I'm just saying we could. We get off at 6. We can make it up to Disney by 8.
Bro, I'm not driving up to Disney.
Think about it.
We can
That
make it
was
a
like a
Disney
meme.
night.
That was like a meme. That
Well,
was like a
this is
meme.
what happens when you joke around and fuck around and find out.
Fuck around and find out.
I'll take the mic with me, the headset. Bro,
Well, just let me know. But
Disney, having a podcast.
No, bro, but he's with his girl. Like, we're not gonna take his.
Man, that ain't even his girl.
He's like
Hey,
thing.
I'm
his
trying.
thing, okay.
I'm
Let him
trying.
have it. Let him have
What
it.
the fuck?
Tuesday,
That
bro.
hold on. That ain't your girl, but she's flying out for you to go to Disneyland with her.
Oh, we
on
don't
her
have to get
birthday?
into it, bro. Don't give in, corpse. Don't give in, okay?
Hey, hey,
He's trying to get the clip. Don't do it.
I'm trying to get the clip. So that ain't your girl, but she flying out here. To go to
I'm
Disney,
like,
huh?
you know. No, yeah, just have the Tuesday. I mean, we could text up. We'll text about it, but
Yeah, we'll figure something out. If we'll just have to do like a Wednesday, I guess.
that's why it's
Maybe.
usually Tuesdays because it can be a Wednesday.
Oh,
usually on Tuesdays.
I like that. And then guess what? If we can't do Tuesday, we could post it in the Discord that it's gonna be on Wednesday.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. I'm sending the Discord links out later this week.
Cool.
All right, boys. Well,
All right,
Boys,
successful.
love you guys. Everybody have a safe week. Hope you guys have
Second
an amazing
ep.
day.
Second ep. Is that what this is? Second episode.
This is this second or third?
I think second official.
second.
right?
Second official.
Second official. Yeah, second official. All right, we're definitely making a Discord. It's already being asked for in the chat. So this is a third? No, this is the second
No,
official.
this is second because
This
last,
is our
last
fourth, right? Overall.
overall, but I
Fourth
think second
together,
official.
yeah.
A second official? I almost went like this.
Jordan says yes. Discord.
Yeah, see? Oh, he's in Twitch. He's in Twitch.
My God.
Oh,
I love
let's
you.
go.
I fucking love you. Hector Big Days out here, my dog.
Hector! Oh my fucking god!
Save.
Hector!
Coming from Save Stream to give some love and say I love y'all's opinions. Y'all
Yo,
are great. Keep it
W
up.
community on
Yeah,
stage.
we've definitely beginning.
Like that
That's
shit.
fucking.
Oh, Hector. I haven't heard from Hector in forever. Hector,
Hey,
bless,
Jordan,
bro.
fuck you.
Oh, we definitely
Fuck
talking about
you.
entanglements. No.
Oh
We're
my
not talking about
God.
that. Actually, we're not. We're gonna keep our love lives private.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
But we'll text about setting everything up. But everybody, love you guys.
Love. All right, everybody. Everybody have a good night.
All right.
Be
All right.
safe.
We,
Be safe.
hold on. We gotta come up with like some type of closing at some point. By the way, we can't just be like, okay, bye. We'll think about
Why?
it. Because that's weird. Like, okay, bye, guys. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Just like
But,
thank you for watching. Bye.
Thank you for watching. See you later. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't know. Okay.
All right, boys. I hate you guys. Later.
All right, my G.
Peace out. Peace out. Bye. Peace out.